The following is a presentation of The Day.
Two teams that have seen past success in Connecticut high school football have come to the center of the Nutmeg State tonight, looking for their first wins of the season. On a beautiful Friday night in Middletown at Larry McHugh Field, GameDay.com presents high school football. It's the Wildcats of Norwich Free Academy taking on the homestanding Xavier Falcons. Every football fan knows no star player wins alone. It takes a full team to produce a win, and that's how the team of attorneys at Messier, Massad, Burdick, and Associates handled their cases. Voted best law firm by the readers of the day 6 years running, the attorneys at Messier, Massad, Burdick, and Associates work together, fighting insurance companies for you and your family. Insurance companies have teams of lawyers on their side, and you can too, with Messier, Massad, Burdick, and Associates. When you need a winning legal team off the field, call Messier, Massad, Burdick, and Associates in New London and East Greenwich, 860-MMB-TEAM and MMBteam.com. Why have one attorney when you can have a team? And a very good evening, everybody. Joe D'Ambrosio sitting in for Casey O'Neill with my good friend, the coach, Coach Pasta. Coach, good to be back with you.
Great to be here on this beautiful night. Wonderful sunset that we were just watching while these kids are getting ready to play. Going to be a great night of football.
It is a great night of football, but you can't begin a night of football without the Phillies. What's on the menu pregame show?
That's right.
This is Phillies, and welcome to What's on the Menu. Pull up the Phillies and order a cheesesteak and get 10% off. All you got to do is say every day is game day. Yeah.
So, Coach, these are two teams that have struggled out of the gate, 0-2 thus far. Tonight, thanks to the Connecticut Football Alliance, they come together here in Middletown, and they're two teams searching for their first win of the year.
Definitely. I mean, all week long, while studying, while getting ready to prepare for this game and all the lifting and all that, they found a way to try to bring a game plan to help them win and get that first victory. We'll see who has it.
Last week, NFA lost a bizarre game to Ledger at 43-20, where the Colonels never threw a forward pass. It's like taking it back to the 1800s.
Definitely a single-wing system that really penetrated and caused a lot of disruption on that NFA defense.
And that first game of the season for NFA, a tough battle with a traditional power in Trumbull, lost by a score of 12-3, but gave a pretty good account of themselves.
Yes, these kids work hard, and the execution is about the chemistry that they build in both offense, defense, and special teams. If they can put it all together, we could see some great plays coming out tonight.
Meanwhile, as far as Xavier is concerned, it's like the old song, Turn Back the Hands of Time. They have turned back the hands of time. Sean Meriden, who led them to 5 championships before going to Southern Connecticut as an assistant for 7 years, is back in charge, still implementing his systems, still trying to get the kids to understand what he feels they need to be successful. Because let's be honest, when he was here, he had a pretty good formula for success.
Oh, definitely. And sometimes instilling that takes a little time. And the chemistry is repetition and understanding what they're trying to do to execute every play.
Their first game was a 35-7 loss to a very good Cheshire team. And then last week, they gave Jonathan Law a heck of a game, losing by a score of 28-27.
Yeah, it was a great battle. It shows a lot of character, and these teams right now need to show that.
It's two teams that have pretty good quarterbacks. We might see the ball in the air a lot, and they've also got guys who can go out and get it.
Yep, definitely. There's some receivers right now that are going to be helping NFA with their air assault. But again, play action is going to be the key when they have a good established running game, which I think both teams need to have tonight.
Jaden Brown, the quarterback for Xavier, he's a senior captain. The one thing Sean Meriden told me earlier today is he needs Jaden to be more decisive to be successful at quarterback.
Yeah, believe in his gut. Sometimes the quarterback's always trying to overread just to make sure that they're doing things correctly. You're going to make mistakes, but if you use that gut instinct, the reaction time will be quicker and plays can be made.
And sometimes a quarterback tries to do too much. You just have to do what you need to do to be successful. All right, welcome to the Phillies What's on the Menu pregame show, which is where we are right now. When you look at NFA, they've got kind of a two-quarterback system. They've got Aaron Driscoll, who threw the ball for 302 yards in the game against Ledger, and they've got Dwayne Smith, who's a kid who will also probably see some time tonight and is more of a system type of quarterback.
Yeah, right now the offense could be diversified that way because they have those players that can do it. So I like that they're using them. Again, Driscoll's powerful arm, reaction time, and all that stuff is getting better week to week. But to have that little hiccup in there to make it happen is a good thing.
The main the main target for Xavier tonight will be their outstanding wide receiver, the co-captain Ali Obi. He's had 11 catches on the season thus far, and if Brown is to be successful in the air, it will be Obi who will be his Juan Kenobi.
Yeah, we got to see what the defense is going to do. If they're going to cover him one-to-one, or they're going to let him kind of cut loose and make sure they can keep him safe in front of him.
Running the ball for Xavier, the main man will be Vince Rivera.
Yes.
Had a 160-yard game against Law. This is a Xavier offensive line that Marinan says is work in progress.
Right.
We'll see how they perform tonight against a pretty good defense on the side of NFA.
Definitely. The goal is there just to make sure your assignments are done correctly and keep that block all the way through the whistle. And we'll see some gaps open and some big plays coming.
And the number one running back for NFA is the junior. He'll be wearing number 22, Xavier Sebastian. He was the team MVP in 24. So if second-year head coach Dylan Schroth wants to diversify the offense, which every coach says they have since the beginning of man, you want to run the ball with Sebastian, and you want to have Driscoll going up top, making good decisions.
Definitely. That's one of the keys today. You got to make sure that we can have that run game going, and that's a good young man that could run the rock. I've seen some games he's played very well.
And a lot of times, Pasta, in a game like this, where you've got two teams that are disappointed with the results in the first 2 weeks, but understand that it's early still. Mm-hmm. It's which team comes out and plays aggressively at the start, and often which team makes the fewest mistakes.
Yeah, and that's the great thing about football. The story continues no matter what. These two teams, whoever has that passion to play, the brotherhood to play, can excel probably a little bit more.
Xavier coming on the field from our right. You will see him charge through the banner. Did you ever trip through the banner when you were coming on the field?
No, we used to go down to a valley and then go right into the pit. And that was
nice.
really enjoyable over there.
Very well done.
Yeah.
Took away from any of the problems. Right now, it is time for Rich's Auto Body Keys to the Game.
Here are the keys to the game. This is Rich's Auto Body's Keys to the Game.
Hey, Rich Auto Body, he told me simply, NFA, they have to establish the run. NFA got pass happy last week against Ledyard, so we got to give that ball back to that number 22. We're just talking about Xavier Sebastian. Give him more opportunities to make that offense set themselves up for some big plays that would evolve from the passing game. You know, front and center, the whole thing, this defense has to show themselves tonight because Ledyard last week shredded them on run defense. And Xavier has a big offensive line. Inexperienced, but there's a possibility. So if NFA's front seven can actually swarm to ball and team tackle, they can be successful there. And, you know, bombs away. You know, we always say that deep bombs are always their first threat. But at this time, NFA has to be more passive, okay, because the NFA has to be more effective in the short throws. And then that way they can have Aaron Driscoll and his teammate combine and throw some big plays down the road. For Xavier, you know, I would say just take that blueprint that Ledyard did and show it. Because until NFA shows it can't stop the run, you know, go between the tackles and cook up some yardage down there. You know, the pressure, you know, big thing about Xavier, pressure cooker plays. You know, they're going to be excited. If you won't see that, they don't see a quarterback like this too much. So the pressure to make him uncomfortable and to make bad decisions is a big must for the Xavier Falcons. And lastly, there's no clearing. So, you know, before probably game preparation, they were working all week with the wide receiver Ryan Cleary not in today. You know, they have to now learn and adjust and be disciplined so they don't have any breakaway plays. So there is your Rich Auto Body's key to the game.
You see the captains out there for the coin toss. Our referee tonight is TJ Calabrese. The umpire is Joe Vance. The linesman is Steve Whalen. The line judge is Matt Brewer. And the back judge is Lindsay Esso III. The clock operator is Tim Lepore. Xavier in the black. You see a good crowd has turned out, as we said, on a beautiful night for football. We will come back with our opening kickoff next. You're watching Game Day's Game of the Week on theday.com.
Everyone wants their keys back fast, but you definitely want the job done right. Rich's Auto Body in New London, family owned and operated for 30 years. is the area's most trusted source for quality auto body work. Don't lose sleep over your auto body repairs. Rest easy, knowing the job is in good hands with Rich's Auto Body. This has been the Phillies What's on the Menu pregame show. Big news as Phillies is opening a brand new location in Groton right across from the sub base. So in the coming weeks, you're going to be able to check out the ECC's favorite cheesesteak in a brand new spot. Their hiring is ongoing as well, so you too can be part of the Phillies family. Check them out at the patio at the Mohegan Sun Concert Series or go to their website. Check out Phillies, whether it's to eat a good cheesesteak, get a good job, or just be a part of the family. All that at Phillies. Game Day is brought to you by Dairy Queen. Locations in Groton, Taffville, and Pawcatuck. Dairy Queen is the place to go for fabulous food and sweet treats that can't be beat. When you need something satisfying, go to Dairy Queen. Nothing makes a football family happier than a touchdown, and nothing will make your family happier than a trip to Great Wolf Lodge. With a brand new location at Foxwoods Resort and Casino, Great Wolf Lodge is the premium place for year-round entertainment that is perfectly suited for the entire family. With its world-famous indoor water park, Great Wolf Lodge is never out of season. Indoor adventure facilities, virtual reality rooms, and quests for the kids are just a few of the many reasons your family will love to howl at Great Wolf. Check out their amazing rooms, reasonable prices, and top-notch facilities. Make Great Wolf Lodge your go-to for family fun. So every tackle for a loss this year is brought to you by Hyde Park Landscape. They've been beautifying landscapes all over eastern Connecticut and beyond since 1980, offering construction, maintenance, lawn care, 45 years experience. It's a one-stop shop for all your landscape needs. So whether it's creating that outdoor living space you always wanted or just helping maintain the look of your property, we can put our years of experience and integrity to work for you. So give our team a call at Hyde Park Landscape or check out hydeparklandscape.com. If you live in eastern Connecticut, you belong at Norwich Free Academy. From college prep and career pipelines to arts, athletics, and tech programs, NFA offers more opportunities than any other high school in the region. Financial aid is available for those who qualify. Engage your future at NFA. Visit nfaschool.org.
Xavier cheerleaders in fine force as you see the fans on the home side of the field. Xavier won the toss, and they elected to defer, so it'll be NFA getting the football first. And kicking off for Xavier will be Daniel Palumbo, who you might see trying some field goals in this game because Sean Marinan says he will use them from 30 to 35 yards out.
Definitely important for that team.
Glad you are with us. Xavier in the traditional black, trimmed in white helmets. NFA in the white road jerseys with red helmets and red trim. Beautiful sunset moments ago, and it's good the sun's down because about 6 o'clock you couldn't see across the field from where we are.
So true.
Here's Palumbo's kick, and we are underway. Good kickoff down to about the 5-yard line. Brought back to the 20, and that is it for Ruzian Klahar as he is taken down there. So it'll be 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. The senior quarterback is Aaron Driscoll. Xavier Sebastian will be the running back. Sebastian, the team MVP in 24. They'll swing 2 receivers out to the left, 1 to the right. Now they move Jaden Croxton and make it 2 receivers. Ball right in the middle of the field. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line for NFA. The give is to Sebastian. Goes up the middle and falls forward for a pickup of about 6 yards. Tackled on the play by the safety, Josiah Bourne. So 2nd and 4 from the 26. Driscoll, 13 for 29 last Friday, 302 yards and 3 TDs in the loss to Ledger, the 43-20 loss in the ECC. Now they motion a man to the right. Almost looked like the snap caught Driscoll by surprise. And that's a big loss for the Wildcats.
Yeah, that's a tempo breaker right there. It seemed like Driscoll was waiting for the motion to go across, and the center snapped and inadvertently hit him in the head. And thank God he secured the ball.
Sean DeSillis, the center. The guards, McKeel Strong and Marcus Garcia, Cameron Bell Snow, and Josiah Zukis. A loss of 14 sets up a 3rd and 18. 2 halfbacks in the gun on either side of Driscoll. Fires out here, and it's incomplete. So a good start for the Falcons' defense is NFA, hurt by the negative 14-yard play, goes 3 and out as you look at Dylan Scroff in his 2nd year as the head Wildcat. Wyatt Woodworth will kick the football away. He does all the kicking.
Yeah.
For the Wildcats.
Wyatt Woodward on the kick for NFA.
So Xavier should get pretty good field position. To start their initial drive of the night. High snap, no pressure. Low kick that will take a bounce, but still, the ball will be down right at midfield. So it's a 38-yard punt, and great field position for the Falcons at midfield for their first possession, 1:32 in.
This first offensive series for the Falcons is going to be a good test to see how this defense will react to what they do.
Jaden Brown will be the quarterback. Vince Rivera will line up as the left half in the gun. Oli Obi lines up in the slot to the right side as an H-back. Brown gets it upfield, throws it behind the intended receiver
James Brown pass is incomplete to number 10,
to Sean Drzeski. And so it's 2nd down and 10. Good pressure on the play. Radley Gonzalez, the cornerback, with coverage there. You know, when you get field position, Pasta, like Xavier has here, you want to capitalize. You want to get in at least field goal range for Palumbo, if not punch it in for 6. By the junior Vince Rivera, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th effort, get the initial first down of the game.
That was a great blocking scheme as every player that was blocking maintained their blocks. He just kind of was riding the wave and executing until he had an open gap to penetrate through. That's a great job there by the line.
11-yard gain, 1st and 10 Xavier at the 39. Obi lines up as an H-back left. They give to Rivera. Student body left. He's got holes. And he's close to the first down at the 30-yard line. As you said, Pasta, this is an NFA defense that really struggled stopping the run last week. So you would think that we will see Xavier run until NFA shows they can stop him.
Yeah, definitely. The front look and the interior looks very physical, but then the edges right now, the off-tackle areas are kind of weak. And this is where they're attacking right now, and the Falcons found the right place to make it happen.
Our opening kickoff is brought to you by the good folks at NFA. 2nd and 1. Let's see if offensive coordinator Greg Jaskett gets a little creative here. He's got 2 wideouts to the wide side right, and there's motion on the far side. Looked like it was Josiah Bourne who kind of jumped the snap count. So the ball go back 5.
5-yard penalty. It'll be 2nd
This
down,
type of evening, that was a little bit of just the nerves working out there.
So it'll be 2nd down and 6. Still manageable for the Falcons from the 35-yard line. Brown rolling right, completes the short pass, and Boy, that could have been more yardage for Evan McKee.
Yeah, definitely.
But he slipped down
Number 12, Evan McKee
about
for
a
Xavier.
yard short of the first down. So it sets up a 3rd down and 1 at the 31-yard line of NFA.
I like what he did there. He was actually in the backfield. Did a little sneak route to the flats, which the linebacker didn't react to a little bit later. That should be open down the road.
Liam LaFay, Nick Del Santo the tackles, Jacob Barnhart, Thad Bysowicz the guards, Dylan Marshall the center. On 3rd down and a long 1. Straight up the middle for a 1st down is Rivera. Followed the interior blocking by Barnhart, Marshall, and Bysowicz for the 2nd 1st down of the drive.
Definitely a great job. The offensive line is clicking. They're pulsating immediately at the same time, getting off their feet and staying on their blocks. And that's why they got that 1st down.
At the 25-yard line, this will be the 7th play of the drive that began at midfield.
1st and 10 for Xavier on the NFA 25-yard line.
Now they line up 3 wideouts to the left and a tight right end. Here's Rivera, hemmed in, and this time nowhere to run. Hit by Blessed Maddox.
Yeah, Blessed Maddox is a talented linebacker, and he did a high park play on that one. I mean, what a hit right there. If your lawn got hit by the summer heat, call High Park Landscape for an aeration or overseed.
Tackle on the play by number 50, Josiah Success.
Boy, Blessed is flying around. I think the coach is letting him blitz the gas with his speed and tackling. I've seen his number around the plays. He's just got to execute those tackle plays.
The defensive end, Josiah Success, in there as well. So it'll be 2nd and 11 from the 26. Shotgun set for Brown with Rivera the right half in the gun. Plenty of time. Throws out. He's got a man wide open. It's caught by Sean Zadrowski. He's driven backwards.
Pass is complete to number 10, Sean Zadrowski for Xavier.
They're going to mark it
on the play by number 28,
at about
for NFA.
the 20-yard line, maybe the 19. So a pickup of 7, and that'll set up a 3rd down and about 4.
Yeah, that offensive line did a great job pass protecting, picking up the blitz there. A good number of coordinated plays right there, giving that time to the quarterback.
So with the success of Rivera, Pasta, you wouldn't be surprised to see the X run the ball here.
Why not, right?
One wide out to each side. Quarterback keeper, and it's going to be close to a 1st down, and I think he's got it. Brown called his own number.
Yep.
And Jaden Brown keeps the drive alive.
You know what I love about that zone read, Joe, is that the ends have to be disciplined. So their aggression has to be minimized. The offense takes away that aggression because now he has to be disciplined to make that read. Otherwise, he'll break away.
3rd 1st down of the drive. Referee TJ Calabrese sounds his whistle.
Might be an equipment there.
Yeah, looks like NFA's making a defensive change. They have Bishop Gaskins and Josiah Success at the ends. Cameron Bell Snow, Meridosher Civil at the tackles. Maddox, Terrence Brown, Jeremiah Dickerson at the linebackers. Rujan Klahar and Bradley Gonzalez the corners. Xavier Sebastian, Tristan Clark the safeties.
Number 26, Milo Chandler on the carry.
Chandler on the carry. Gets about 3 to the 12-yard line. Middle linebacker Terrence Brown, called the best defender by Coach Sloth, makes the tackle. So 2nd and 7 at the 12, a methodical drive.
Right, I love the play calling
Falcons
right now. Definitely a good calls, back and forth, left and right, making the defense think, but at the same time not being able to react. So this is a good offensive series.
Xavier's going to send 3 wideouts, including Obi, to the wide side of the field at the top of your screen. Brown in a shotgun set. Bubble screen for Obi. Tries to get to the corner. He can't. Terrific defensive play. Then there's a flag. Our first flag on the ground.
While they look at that flag, I got to give him credit. That was a hard part play right there because he just made a great tackle on open field. So again,
Lucy and Luchin. We'll see what the penalty is.
So
Xavier called for holding.
those penalties are hurting them.
That's their second penalty of the drive. And they will move the football back
penalty.
to about the 23-yard line.
Mm-hmm.
So it sets up 2nd and 18. Approaching 4 minutes to go in a fast-paced first quarter. Obi swings in motion. They're going to swing it out to him. He's open, but he's well covered and pushed out of bounds.
Katie's run pass is incomplete to number 8.
It's a great defensive effort there. While they're keeping everybody in front of them, all they're doing is just waiting for that ball to be thrown and rally down there. So it was a great effort for the Wildcats on that play.
Clark for NFA.
Magnus King with the stop.
It'll be a Xavier third down. 3rd and 17.
So the ball at the 20. It'll be 3rd and 17 for the Falcons. This will be the 11th play of the drive that began at midfield. That is a ball control drive.
Definitely is, Joe.
Empty backfield for the co-captain, senior Jaden Brown. Here's the blitz. Brown gets rid of it. He's got Obi open. Touchdown, Xavier.
What a play.
Oli Obi got behind the defense, and that is a great Wolf Lodge touchdown.
Talk about howling moon tonight. That was a great play. Again, good pass protection, but there was a little penetration from NFA. He almost had a chance to get a sack there, but the pocket just stayed right in there, threw the ball perfectly for 6 points.
Sebastian Rios on to play the extra point for Xavier.
What a great offensive series there for the Falcons.
Xavier will try to add the extra point. It's a fake, and unfortunately for Xavier, Brendan Carter tripped. But it's a 50-yard, 11-play drive. What did you see here, Pasta?
Yeah, empty backfield right now. They have to play a zone coverage over top, and then he broke right in the middle. A middle seam that made the safeties, just can't play over top of those plays. Great pass, good touchdown.
50 yards, 11 plays. Took up 6 minutes and 25 seconds. So Xavier scores first, and the Falcons take the 6-0 lead. Little chicanery on the extra point, right?
Yeah. Hey, that was one of the things that as a long snapper in my career, you have to practice every day. You don't want to come back from the sidelines with coach looking at you if you had a bad snap or a bad hold.
Back deep to receive the kickoff for number 11, Radley Gonzalez, and number 26, Magnus King. Four passes on that drive and 7 runs. That's
good balance.
Pretty well balanced offense. Our kickoff brought to you by NFA. Dan Palumbo to kick it off. It's a line drive, and it's going to go out of bounds. So NFA will get good field position to start their second drive of the evening. They went 3 and out on that first drive, hurt by the bad snap that resulted in the 14-yard loss. So the ball should be placed at the 35-yard line.
35-yard line. NFA, first down.
Guy to watch on defense for Xavier is the strong side linebacker, 22, Mike Chirillo. Had 12 tackles in the 35-7 opening night loss to Cheshire. Here's Sebastian. Darts through the line, low to the ground, and gets 8 yards out to the 43 for a 2nd and 8.
Sebastian is such a nifty running back. With his speed, you can see he can run and scoot around, but he also has some physical strength that, stem from the bloodline. He's a good athlete, and he goes down there and finishes off downhill for that.
Yeah,
run.
Runs low to the ground.
Hard to find him, right?
Exactly. 2nd and 2 for the Cats. Wideouts to both sides. 2 halfbacks in the gun. They get their initial first down. Out to the 47-yard line.
Magnus King on the carry
As
for
Magnus
NFA.
King, the junior running back who didn't play against Trumbull. Ole Obi with the first hit. So, pickup of 3, 1st and 10, NFA.
This is what NFA needs to do right now. This is the old traditional NFA of running the ball physical, try to get a first down with the run game. If not, set up the play action.
2 wideouts to the near side, 1 to the far side. Man goes in motion, and they give it to him on the jet sweep, but not much room to run for Jaden Croxton.
No,
He
great
gets
reading.
back to the line of scrimmage.
I do like this defense you're talking about, Joe. Their elusiveness to get off their blocks and then run pursuit is showing right now.
Tackle play by number 6, Vinny Rivera for Xavier.
Vinny Rivera on the stop. So it'll set up a 2nd and 10 at the 46. 6-0 Xavier on the touchdown pass to Ole Obi. Here comes the run blitz. King coming left, turns the corner. He's into Xavier territory, has his helmet ripped off on the tackle, and that instantly ends the play.
Wow, what a run. Well, again, I think that blitz call was a little bit off. He put pressure on the inside, and they ran it outside, and once they had the numbers, he ran downfield unbelievably fast.
18-yard gain
That's
for
right.
King, who's got to come out for a play.
Yep, those are the rules.
After having his helmet ripped off.
Yeah.
And I think we're going to get a penalty face mask, which will move it up 15 more. The 3rd penalty against Xavier so far. So that'll move the ball down to the 21-yard line of the Falcons.
Yeah, definitely they couldn't stop him. He accidentally kind of took the face mask while he was trying to tackle, but a beautiful run. And this is what NFA needs right now. Now they're in the red zone, getting there ready to tackle.
Penalty. It'll be 1st and 10 for NFA on the Xavier 21-yard line. NFA first down.
A little above the red zone.
Yeah, almost. They're in the like yellow zone.
My lazy eye is off by
Right?
an inch,
Goes
right?
green, yellow, red like a
Yes,
traffic
sir.
light. Here's the handoff. Good move by Sebastian. Breaks into the secondary and
22, Xavier Sebastian on the carry for NFA.
with another good gain there.
That's that
Are
blitz.
running the ball very well on this drive. It's another first down as
It is an NFA first down. It'll be first
They
and
get
goal
down
for
to the
NFA
10.
on the Xavier 10-yard line.
1st and goal. That is already 4 first downs on the drive. Inside 2 minutes of the first quarter. Sebastian the left half, King the right half. Here's Sebastian hitting the backfield and drop for no gain. Concentration by Mike Cirillo.
Mike is flying around. They're putting him outside. He works blitzing inside. He's a key player. You could tell where he's utilized. Kind of like the old LT. When you try to find a place you can mismatch, you put him right there. So that's great.
1 yard loss in the play. It'll be 2nd and 11.
They say lost to the 11. So it'll be 2nd and goal from the 11. Approaching a minute to go here in the first quarter. NFA looking for the equalizer. Driscoll rolls right, nowhere to go, and he's just going to get rid of it. He only had one man out there.
Number 7, Aaron Driscoll's pass is incomplete to
Well, Driscoll's
11.
looking like right now he's talking to
for
one of those
NFA.
backs. They were supposed to be responsible to do the flat route, just like it would be like a little boot. And since he didn't see his first receiver there, he tried to throw it deep or throw it safe away as that pressure from the Falcons.
Goal from the Xavier 11. Driscoll this time lines up in an offset pistol. Gives it to Sebastian, tries to bounce it outside. He's going to be stopped
22,
at the
Xavier
10.
Sebastian on the carry for NFA.
1 yard gain.
Tackle and play by number 56.
like we might have
Nick
Tackle
Del
by
Santo,
Nick
and
Del
number
Santo.
34.
And I think they're bringing
Go
in the
for it.
field goal
Yeah.
unit. Wyatt Woodworth kicked the 57-yarder, or 27-yarder.
1 yard gain on the play.
I should
It'll be
say.
4th and 10.
Give him an extra 30, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Why not?
That brought the excitement up. I was sitting there smiling.
Driscoll will hold.
Number 19, Wyatt Woodworth. On
This
the
will be
side
a
field goal for
27-yard
NFA.
field goal attempt. Ball right in the middle of the field. And the kick is blocked, and it's picked up. And Woodworth makes the tackle at the 41-yard line.
Talk about a Hyde Park landscape play right there. That's a mess. And if your lawn and landscape is a mess, call Hyde Park Landscape for your cleanup today. Wow, did you see that? You know, we saw it in the NFL, how we could teach defensive linemen to penetrate a gap and get their hands up. That young man, I believe 55, that made that play for the Falcons.
Ryan Lefevre.
That's right.
Liam Lefevre.
He put the fever on that block and then ran downfield and blocked the kicker trying to make a play there. This is a great change of momentum right now.
Good job by Woodworth
to
stay with it, but great field position for Xavier when the second quarter begins after 12 minutes in Middletown. 6-0. Xavier leads NFA on theday.com.
In football, execution matters. And in legal matters, it's no different. Messier, Massad, Burdick & Associates has been voted best law firm 6 years running by readers of the day because from personal injury to homeowner claims, their attorneys move their cases forward with the preparation and persistence it takes to win against the big insurance companies. When the game gets tough, you need a legal team that won't back down. Contact Messier, Massad, and Burdick & Associates in New London and East Greenwich, 860-MMB-TEAM and MMBteam.com. Why have one attorney when you can have a team?
Jody Ambrosio in for Casey O'Neill, who's on assignment. I have no idea what that assignment is. I don't think it's for the CIA. The coach always here, Pasta Santa Bria. Our producer, director, Peter Wappy, and our great game day crew. So quite a switch of momentum there. NFA had the ball first and goal at the 10.
Yes.
Couldn't gain anything in 3 yards, and then the Woodworth kick blocked by Liam Lefay, and a good scoop and run that time by Chandler.
Yeah, it's like all that work the Wildcats did kind of went asunder from that one play.
And sometimes that can take the wind out of your sails, no question about it. So 1st and 10 Falcons at the NFA 41 as we start the second quarter. Brown to throw. Goes deep up the left side. Incomplete. Woo. At the goal line.
Brown pass is incomplete to number 10, Sean Zadreski.
He was looking for Sean Zareski. And a great play by Radley Gonzalez to knock that one away. And that was pretty good arm strength by Jaden Brown that time, Pasta.
Oh, definitely. I'm looking at the front trenches right now, Joe, and I'm seeing battles with hands and footwork. That's just what this offensive line has probably improved this week on, because the pass protection has been helping him make good, tosses right now. Hopefully we can connect again.
Falcons moving right to left. Obi lines up, or rather they have two wideouts and an H-back left on 2nd and 10. Play action. Quick pass over the middle is tipped, and it's intercepted. Now they say no, it hit the ground.
Oh, so close.
It was tipped at the line of scrimmage, and looked like Sebastian came up with it, but the line judge, Matt Brewer, called it incomplete. So it'll be 3rd down and 10 at the 41.
That defensive play right there started off with the edge player really forcing that quarterback to throw a ball that he didn't want to throw, obviously. But the defense right now is showing promise. They got him in a 3rd and long.
Obi goes wide to the right with Caleb Wiria. Wide to the left side comes Brandon Carter. Brown out of the shotgun set, has all day. Now he's chased, now he's hit. Now he doesn't have all day. And that's a coverage sack, Pasta.
That's right. Wow, what a sack. And if your lawn got sacked this summer, call Hyde Park Landscape for an aeration or overseed. Great job by the interior lineman right now. I believe it was 75 that got through the gap, worked his way to the quarterback.
Cameron Bell Snow got him.
That's right. Yeah, he came in there. The defensive line's a pretty big line. And, how long can they last condition-wise? They needed to do something defensively, and they got it done right there.
So, a momentum changer. Here's Eli Delacruz, who has never punted before the opening game of the year. So good job by the Wildcats defense. Good kick. Fielded at the 20. at the 25, and that's where NFA will take
number 10,
over.
Alex Moore on the carry for NFA. Tackle play by number 10, Sean Zaretzky for Xavier.
Sean Zaretzky makes the stop, so it'll be Wildcat ball, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 for NFA on their 22
at
yard
the
line.
22-yard line.
Touchdown.
So a 28-yard punt, no return. There you see the backfield of Driscoll and Sebastian. They put together a good drive last time. Driscoll, nobody open, throws it up, incomplete. He threw that one back over the middle in dangerous territory, trying to hit
Here's
Tristan
pass.
Clark,
Incomplete number 8, Tristan Clark for NFA.
and it fell incomplete. Good
Total play by number 3, Josiah
job
Bourne
by
for
the
Xavier.
secondary. Josiah Bourne made the stop.
And that play was just overdeveloped. I think he should have just dropped it real quick to the flat route player, but he was looking for something different and didn't work out in that plan.
NFA lost 12-3 to Trumbull, 43-20 in the ECC to Ledyard. Here's Sebastian, burst of speed, left side, secondary and more, cuts it back, keeps going, still on his feet, still going. What a run by Xavier Sebastian.
What a heck of a run on that play.
22.
But we have a
Xavier
flag
Sebastian
on the
no
play.
flags on the play.
Back in the vicinity where you would expect to see holding. Looked like thrown by the umpire, Joe Vance.
Probably the outside receiver's probably holding. It's so tough sometimes maintaining a block out in the ocean, but we'll see what the call is right there.
TJ Calabrese signals the hold, so that beautiful run by Xavier Sebastian deep into Xavier territory will come all the way back.
On the field is a personal foul against NFA.
You know, I admire his running game because it's just elusive. Got a little bit of that Barry Sanders low running mentality. And, you know, one thing I would probably be ripping up if I was a coach, I'd be like, listen, guys, we are steady. We got to keep on playing because we're making plays. We just got to execute those plays without having penalties. So, you know, I would keep on pumping NFA and tell them, hey, you got a chance here. It's a very close game, and it's still an active game. They still have a chance to do good things.
So in essence, from the line of scrimmage, it's a 2-yard penalty, but in reality, from where the run ended, it's about an 80-yard penalty. King up the middle, and he meets the great black wall.
Number 26, Magnus King on the carry for NFA.
A little football 101 to the fans out there. Why would they mark it that way? Because it was a spot foul. When the foul is marked in an area, the referee will throw that flag in that area, and that's where they will mark the penalty yardages. That's why we had a 2nd and short, or you'll probably see before the game it would be like a 5-yard penalty loss. So just those little mathematics.
I like that.
Yeah.
Football 101, courtesy of Coach Pasta. 3rd and 8 at the NFA 25. Here's a blitz. Man wide open, but Driscoll overthrew him. He had Tristan Clark 10 yards.
Yes, he did.
Or rather, not Tristan Clark, Jaden Croxton.
Pass was incomplete to number 5, Jaden Cruton for NFA.
Yeah, those safeties bit for some reason or just were frozen while these guys accelerated through. We know that NFA has speed. Got to keep those receivers right in front of them.
So, it will be the 2nd punt of the game for Wyatt Woodworth.
Milo Chandler deep to receive for Xavier.
Milo Chandler back to receive just
Wyatt
inside
Woodworth.
the Xavier
Deep to
half of
for
the
NFA.
field. So another 3 and out recorded by the Xavier defense as they protect the 6-0 lead. Good high kick.
What a bounce.
Bounces past Chandler, and it will come dead at the 29-yard line. So, 46 yards on the punt that time. So leading by a score of 6-0 with 9:37 to go in the first half. Xavier will take over, 1st down and 10 at their own 29.
Yeah, for a low-scoring game, we're seeing a lot of energy by both teams. I mean, key penalties have been a cause for some offensive big plays to be pulled back. And also field position we've seen that has been kind of flexing in favor of Xavier, but now Xavier has to start with the long side of the field in front of him.
3 penalties on the X, 1 on NFA, but it was a killer, negating that long Sebastian run. Rivera doesn't find much room to run.
Vincent Rivera on the carry
Maddox
for Xavier.
tackles him.
I like what NFA's doing, Joe. Right now, they know first down, chances are they're going to run, so they put that run package defense in there, bring that safety down a little bit lower, and try to cause it again. Falcons could play well if they're second and short, third and short, but when it's long, it's going to be a difficult process.
Gaskins, the defensive end, the junior, a transfer from Fitch on the stop. 2nd and 9 for Xavier at their own 30. Bubble screen for Obi. Takes on a tackle and bulls forward. Second effort gets him out to the 36. Sets up a 3rd down and 3.
Positive yak yards for that play right there.
Tristan Clark came up from his safety spot to make the tackle.
6-yard gain of the play will be 3rd down for Xavier. 3rd and 3.
So 3rd and 3 for the Falcons. They scored on their initial drive, went 50 yards in 11 plays, 6 minutes and 25 seconds, capped by the Brown 20-yard touchdown pass on a 3rd down to Oli Obi. 4-down lineman. NFL basically plays a 4-3. Looks like they're coming on the blitz. And they picked up the run very well. Nowhere for Rivera to go. In fact, they lose about a yard on the play.
Oh, yeah. That was a definite loss, and it was a bad hit right there. So if your line got hit by the summer seat and the heat, call Hyde Park Landscape for an aeration or overseed.
Bishop Gaskins makes the stop. So here's Dela Cruz in to punt it once again.
4th down for Xavier.
Rujan Klahar back deep to receive for NFA. In fact, twin safeties. I always like that in high school football. Put 2 guys back there.
Definitely.
Get a little bit of a better chance. No pressure. Low kick. Takes a hop. And it looked like it hit Sean Zadrowski there. So NFA will have pretty good field position with 7:21 to go. Chasing 6.
Xavier punt is down by number 10, Sean Zadrowski for
Kind of a
Xavier.
chess game right now, Joe, right, with the back and forth.
Yeah,
here,
it's a little bit like a boxing match. You've
Right.
got, you're probing, you're
First and
jabbing,
10
you're
for NFA on
trying to
their
see what
35-yard
works.
line. NFA
I think
first
that,
down.
what I'm seeing here and what coaches kind of talk about during the week was progression and learning how to play the game while it's, while it's active. This is a low-scoring game, not because people are just not doing anything. It's because they're playing effectively, learning from their mistakes from previous games.
30-yard punt. Driscoll throws over the middle. It's caught on a crossing pattern, and then necktie down is Jaden Troxton.
Number 5, Jaden Cloden for NFA.
Boy, that one was thrown on a dime.
Well, the defensive blitz there left that area open, and while he was crossing, he waved his hands to show him that he was wide open there, and that kind of like zone opening was a little opening that he could throw right through it. Made a great catch.
19-yard gain, 1st and 10. That is the 5th first down of the first half for NFA. Croxton comes in motion. The give is to Magnus King off the left side.
Oof.
Runs into the
Number 26,
black
Magnus
wall.
King on the
that
Gets
was
about
NFA.
2. Up to the 44, setting up a 2nd and 8.
I tell you, these two teams are hitting. We could hear it from up here. They're clanging right now.
I thought that was you I was hearing.
No, I thought it was my belly too. I'm hungry for the halftime, but guess what? That was a legit hits going on tonight in this beautiful football field.
Mike Chirillo made the stop.
For NFA.
Sets up
Second
a
down.
2nd and 8 for NFA as we were down to 6:20 and counting here in a fast-played first half at Larry McHugh Field. Oh, the quarterback wasn't expecting the snap, but we get whistles. Boy,
Woo.
what a break for NFA.
Joe, you've called it right there.
That's a 5-yard penalty you will
Leading
take
procedure, false start
every
call
day.
against NFA.
Yeah, that coach is wiping his forehead right now. And I'll tell you, this evening, even though it looks cool, it's a little bit precipitous here up in the upper decks here, and that was scary.
Precipitous.
You like that? You like that? I don't know if it works.
I'm not sure that's the right word, but I like it.
Like precipitation.
Oh, I
But
get
like,
it. Okay.
All
right.
the coach sweated on that moment because he knew that if he didn't get that, he would have a hard time calling the play. Precipitous. All right. That's from Scrabble last week there, Peter. Gotcha.
The yard to gain is the 36, so it's 2nd and 13. NFA has put themselves behind the sticks a couple times. Flag down. Man open downfield. It's caught for an apparent touchdown, but that flag thrown by the referee in the vicinity of holding.
Aaron Driscoll's pass is complete to number 25 with Son Shalar, but there are
legal shift.
Oh, boy. Wow, number 2.
Lahar caught that.
Oh, that's a heartbreaker. A slap in the hip right now. I'm feeling it. Oh, that could have been such an explosive play.
He was wide open.
Yeah, those are the things that just misalignment. You know, the key is that you have to have the receivers aligned appropriately by the rules of the game. And if you know, we're not in Canada where we can motion guys back and forth. They have to be steady.
And NFA is going to take a timeout. That is the 5th penalty against NFA for a total of 40 yards. And, of course, that one penalty on the long, 2 penalties, the Sebastian run and the touchdown catch by Klahar, both negated by penalties. And, you know, if you're Dylan Schroth, you're trying to get things going in your second year as the head coach came to Norwich from Ellington High School.
Yep.
Next week, they are home against Harding in an alliance game. In fact, Xavier plays Harding as well in an alliance game. Not next week, though. No. It's not a doubleheader for the president. Xavier next week takes the trip down 9 and 95 to West Haven to play the Westies. So, it's second down and 19.
Second down for NFA, 2nd and 20.
PA guy disagrees.
Gave you a +1 on that.
At the 46-yard line. I do know my math.
You do.
That's motion again. This time it's King in motion.
Flag to the play. Full start.
Pasta, what is going on
against
here?
NFA.
3 consecutive penalties.
Discipline, discipline, discipline.
And that's all it is.
That's all it is. It's repetition that you practice. You should feel comfortable.
5-yard penalty.
But in this case,
55
scenarios
for
come
NFA.
in. You're away, and you're playing a game right now that's close. You're trying to do something special, and that's where the hiccups begin. Do your job and know the number of the play.
So it's 2nd and 24. Back at the NFA 41-yard line. Xavier leads 6-0. Driscoll looking over the middle. He's got a man wide open. It's dropped. Tristan Clark feels horrible.
It's
Because
frustrating.
he was wide open over the middle.
Yeah. Driscoll made his reads correctly and saw the inside receiver open, and he just decided to throw a nice bullet in that hole there that could have been a little bit less tossed, but you know what? You're trying to execute a play, and these are the little things right now. They get it together. They could be up by 3 touchdowns if they do this.
So 3rd and a lot from back at the 41-yard line down to 5:39. Boy, with all the penalties, the second quarter has slowed down precipitously.
You got it.
Driscoll blitzed up the middle. He steps up. He's going to run. Breaks one tackle, then gets crunched from behind. Liam Lefevre,
Those 2 athletes.
who blocked the field goal attempt, tried to separate Driscoll from the ball.
And his teammate, Michael Cirillo, boy, he is flying to the ball tonight.
2-yard gain. So Woodworth will be in the punt.
Very, very awkward series that when they watch on film, they're going to find out those mistakes.
Milo Chandler back to receive the Wyatt Woodworth kick. Xavier's already blocked the field goal attempt tonight. Low snap. Chandler scoops it up. High, end over end. Chandler's going to let it bounce, and it takes a NFA bounce. It'll be downed at the 24-yard line. And that is where the Falcons will take over after a 33-yard punt.
The chessboard continues here as the field position has been that main reason.
Yeah, and after the first drive, and look, on the first drive, it took Xavier 11 plays to go 50 yards.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like they were matriculating down the field at a great rate of speed, but they got 3rd down conversions on that drive. They got 3 of them, and the 4th 3rd down conversion was a touchdown. So 1st and 10 Falcons. at their own 24. Jaden Brown in the shotgun. They run the bubble screen out to the left. Catching it and getting swallowed up the middle immediately is Lester Tillman.
Well, Tristan Clark, let me tell you something. You did a great play right there. That was a Hyde Park play right there. If your lawn got sacked this summer, call Hyde Park Landscape for an aeration or an overseed. Way to read it. I mean, he actually sank his hips, and we call it recoil. As he sank his hips and made his read, he attacked it with a good position to make a great tackle right there.
1 yard loss on the play. Sets up 2nd and 11. Approaching 4 minutes to go in the first half. Glad you're with us on theday.com. Our Friday night game of the week coming to you from Middletown. Here's a blitz. They throw the quick screen, and the receiver started to run before he caught the ball. Tim Zadrowski started to run and didn't remember to carry the football with him. So it'll be 3rd and 11 at the 23.
Simple fundamentals, Joe. You got to keep your eyes on the ball, secure the ball, then you can run. But I think a lot of them just want to take off real quick as soon as they see that there's an opening.
So Brown's going to come out. And this should be Aiden Bannon in the quarterback on 3rd and 11. Nope. It's Rivera out of the Wildcat against the Wildcats, and he is stopped well short of the first down, setting up 4th down for Xavier. So, offensive coordinator Greg Jaskin reaching into his bag of tricks for the Wildcat for Vince Rivera.
A great defensive effort here for the Wildcats as they pursued to the ball and made sure they could secure the outside and the interior line from breaking the play.
Number 5, Eli Dela Cruz on the kick for Xavier.
3rd punt of the game for Eli Dela Cruz. And NFA should get pretty good field position. And they will. Boy, that's shanked.
That is
Looks
shanked.
like one of my drives on the first.
A little football 101. I know that the shank could be actually overcooked for like about 15 hours and sauteed, but the shank in football is when the placement of the football from the punter is on the severe right or left, and that causes the ball to sputter out the way it did right there short, and it wasn't expected.
A 4-yard punt.
Yeah.
So terrific field position.
There's the change.
For NFA at the Xavier 30.
This will be first down
With
for
3:09 to go in the first half.
30-yard
Yep.
line.
Driscoll has Sebastian to his left and King to his right. 2 wideouts to the short side left, 1 to the near side right. Here's King. Pulls his way up the middle and gets close.
22, Xavier Sebastian.
like actually Sebastian.
Yes, sir, yeah.
Gets
Looks
out
like
to the 21.
They're both so small in stature, and they move so fast that once they get into that red stream, we're losing it a little bit here, fans. So please bear with us because they're running pretty hard.
Dylan Schroth says one of the things that makes Sebastian such a good runner is his great vision.
Second down.
Good job by the right side of the offensive line. 2nd and 1 at the Xavier 21-yard line. This time Sebastian the lone setback. Driscoll drops way back, looking deep, throws for the end zone.
Oh!
And it's caught for a touchdown.
No, I think it's
No,
incomplete.
it's incomplete.
Yep, it went over his head.
Sorry, I looked through the.
That's all right.
I looked through the cloudy window, not through the open window.
Ladies and gentlemen, we need some Windex here, but we'll be okay. It was just a small little speck we got to get out the way here.
Covered on the play by number 3.
It was a great play call, but they noticed that there was no high safety, Joe, so he ran a little seam on the inside there, and he just kind of overthrew it. And Driscoll has to be a little confident, just throw that ball with a little bit more posture. But you're right, he's a raw kid. He could throw it.
Third down, 3rd and 1.
That's a good play on 2nd and 1. You still have 2 downs to pick up a yard for the first down. 3rd and 1 at the 21. Driscoll keeps it, rolls out, and is going to fire it away. So,
Oh, no, there was
Aaron
no receiver there, but
to number 11, Radley Gonzalez
I know in the
for
NFL
NFA.
they can come off the tackle and do it, but they might have said that there's one receiver on the outside there.
Chandler for Xavier.
Radley Gonzalez, the intended receiver. So, here's a 4th down and 1, the 3rd straight play from the 21-yard line after the 9-yard gain on the initial play of this drive after the short punt.
Right. The scoreboard is not telling the true story that's on the field right now.
Here's Sebastian. He ducks back. And it looks that he has the first down. He does at the 20-yard line.
Way to call it, Joe.
Good cutback by Sebastian because he was initially stymied.
Yep.
He wanted to cut it to the right, and he had to cut it back over the middle.
Excellent. That was just a good read off the block. As he sees the lineman's hips turn there, you want to cut and slip back there. He's such an elusive running back and talent in our team.
NFA has 2 timeouts remaining to go in the first half. At halftime, we'll have the Waterford Dental Health halftime show. Empty backfield for Driscoll to throw. Chase to the right, in trouble, throws it upfield, and it's picked off at the 15-yard line. He threw it up for grabs, and Josiah Bourne came down with it.
What an INT. And let me tell you, if you want to intercept something and your lawn and landscape is a mess, call Hyde Park Landscape for your cleanup today. What a play. Again, the pressure coming from the outside is making Driscoll roll out. I mean, he could have thrown it to his flat receiver real quick, but he wants to go deep. And that was a bad throw. It kind of was up in the air.
Yeah, he would have been better off just getting rid of it down there. So, mistakes continue to plague NFA.
Xavier first down, 1st and 10 on their 21-yard line.
So, Xavier 1st and 10 at their 21. They have all their timeouts remaining. And 1:31 to go here in half number 1 as the Falcons protect the 6-0 lead. They empty the backfield. Brown back in at quarterback. Hit as he throws. Pass over the middle is caught at the 25-yard line for Rivera, and he was hit by Maddox upon contact. We've got is that Brown down? I think it is.
Yeah. It looks like he got his wind knocked out. He took a hit when he finished that throw, and he just told his teammate, I'll be all right. I'm just going to take a little deep breath here and get together. Trainers will take care of him at this time.
Trainers and coaches. So let's take a break with 1:22 to go in the first half. Xavier 6, NFA nothing.
Injuries can happen anywhere, on the road, at work, and where you least expect it. When an injury knocks you down, the legal team at Messier, Massad, Burdick & Associates is here to pick you up. Messier, Massad, Burdick & Associates has been voted best law firm 6 years running by readers of the day because their personal injury attorneys fight for your fair compensation so you can focus on recovery. After life's hardest hits, let their team of attorneys carry the ball for you. Contact Messier, Massad, Burdick & Associates in New London and East Greenwich, 860-MMB-team and mmbteam.com. Why have one attorney when you can have a team? If you live in Eastern Connecticut, you belong at Norwich Free Academy. From college prep and career pipelines to arts, athletics, and tech programs, NFA offers more opportunities than any other high school in the region. Financial aid is available for those who qualify. Engage your future at NFA. Visit nfaschool.org.
Welcome back to Larry McHugh Field. So NFA took a timeout after the quarterback Bannon ran off the field, and it looks like instead of bringing Brown ran off the field, it looks like instead of bringing the backup in, they're going to go Wildcat with Vince Rivera on the 2nd and 5 at the 26. Rivera keeps it. Hit in the backfield and drop. Nowhere to run. Nowhere to hide. Josiah's success with the tackle for a loss.
Wow, what a sack play right there. And if your lawn got sacked this summer, call Hyde Park Landscape for an aeration or an overseed. I mean, these guys coming off that line, it's been phenomenal because, again, guys that are that big will say, 2 or 3 plays and we got to rotate them in. But these guys have been playing some Iron Man football and, showing their speed and efforts to get to that quarterback.
There you see Mardoche Civil. That is a large young man. So Brown is back in.
Seems like they just want to wind this clock down. But this is a crucial situation right here.
Lost back to the 24, 3rd and 7. Clock running. Brown rolls right. Hit as he throws. Tipped in the air. Intercepted! It was tipped in the air by Clark. And what a break for NFA.
Intercepted by number 28, Caden
That was a
Alves
serious
for NFA.
INT. And if your lawn got an INT by the summer heat, call Hyde Park Landscape for an aeration or an oversee.
Caden Alves with the interception. So 1 timeout and 31 seconds to go, and NFA will take over. Second straight drive that they take over in Xavier territory, this time at the 37. Xavier will receive the second half kickoff. Here's the backup quarterback running to the outside, and Dwayne Smith runs it out of bounds over the 35 and about the 33.
If NFA is doing what they're doing, I think getting the running back or the quarterback to work his way out there, they might get a chance to go for another field goal here if they can get 10 and plus more yards.
Only 1 timeout remaining.
NFA, second down.
Dwayne Smith, called a program kid by head coach Dylan Schropp. He's a hard worker. Looks to throw. Caught! In the secondary, it's a touchdown!
What a play, Joe. What a play.
Jaden Croxton. And NFA ties the game at 6 apiece with 21 seconds to go here in quarter number 2.
Wow. Again, they're exploiting the middle of the field because the defense right now is just trying to work those edges. And guess what? A nice little pass pattern. It was not jammed off the line. He just ran a nice clear route, wide open, good toss, good catch, touchdown.
So off the turnover,
The extra point for NFA.
they go 37 yards in 2 plays.
Man, what a
And
story.
Wyatt Woodworth will try to give him the lead with 21 seconds. What a turn of events.
Oh, man.
Driscoll in the hold. As you look at a beautiful shot by our game.
Oh.
Kick shank to the left.
The extra point attempt is no good.
Let's get a look at that touchdown again, Pasta.
Good pass protection. The edge were coming in, but not enough time to get there as, again, the middle of the field was wide open, and he ran right through him and scored that touchdown with ease.
And you know, you made a great point there, Coach, because the middle of the field has been open all day for NFA.
They've done well with their crossing patterns. They've done well with a little bit of, like, the basic 3 steps, but again, they're trying to mix this with this running game. If they could build more continuity on blending the running game with Xavier, Sebastian, get their momentum going. But again, guess who gets the ball in the second half?
Smith and Croxton combined for the Great Wolf Lodge touchdown.
Yeah.
So Woodworth is in for the NFA kickoff, brought to you by NFA. Chandler back deep to receive. So off the turnover, off the interception by Alves. Alves did not leave the building.
No, he didn't.
Boy, I like very nice, Pasta.
I tell you, the fans were all
I
shook
didn't think
up.
you're young enough to know that.
I was blessed with the edge of being born with
Number
the great
19,
era of that
Woodward,
time
on the
and
kick for
been taught
NFA.
along the way. The only thing I forgot to bring was my blue suede shoes. I got my neons. You like those?
Neons, if the power goes out, we're okay.
That's right.
Squib kick, and it's fielded by
Number 3,
the up
Josiah
back
Bonet on the carry for Xavier.
that time, Josiah Bourne. So you would think with 20 seconds to go, as that play took all of 1 second, that because they're getting the second half kickoff, Xavier would be mighty happy just to take a knee, get into the locker room tied, and come out and play the second half. But you don't know
What a
Greg
story.
Jasket has up his sleeve.
Yeah, what a story. We're seeing these teams, they're playing very hard. I mean, if you're here on the field, they're playing hard. It's just an eerie evening, just like that moon out there. Look at that.
Sliver of the moon.
The sliver.
As predicted, they do take a knee. So after 30 minutes of football, we're exactly where we are at the start of the game. Jaden Brown, a 20-yard touchdown pass to Oli Obi on the first Xavier possession of the game. On the last Norwich possession of the first half, the backup quarterback Dwayne Smith with a beautiful 34-yard touchdown pass to Jaden Croxton. Neither team able to score the extra point. So we're tied at 6 as we head for the Waterford Dental Health halftime show.
This Game Day Player Spotlight, powered by Joshua's Worldwide.
It goes way back. When I was a student here, a player here, his grandfather was an administrator.
The school opened up in 1963, and my grandfather was the first dean of students here at Xavier, which is basically a vice principal. And my grandmother was the first office lady.
As tough as his grandfather was, we were more afraid of his grandmother than him.
Fast forward a few years, my father's born, and he is class of '88, and he played football here. And my grandfather used to coach with Larry McHugh, the first football coach here.
And I coached with his dad when I was an assistant coach here for a couple of years. So his dad went on to become chief of police in Middletown, and now, you know, his son's here. So quite the legacy.
Hey, bring it up, bring it up! I mean, I used to grow up coming to practices, seeing Coach Marion. He looked 10 feet tall when I was a kid, dude. My head was up to his knees, and I never even thought about where I was going to high school ever once.
He's an old school type of kid. You know, he's one of our captains, which is, you know, leads by example. You know, everything, all the cliches you would say.
My biggest aspiration is 100% my dad, and I love him, and I wish I could just be it like him. So step one, being captain, is already accomplished just like him, and the next is just having to be the best I can be and fly around this season, have fun with the boys, and lead them. I'm hoping to play football in college. I'm looking at some schools, and some schools I'm communicating with, which is awesome. And if I play football, that's great, and if I don't, that's okay too. But I'm definitely going to try and be a police officer, just like how my dad became a police officer after Xavier, and then I would love to come back and coach the team. That's one of my biggest wishes in the world.
Game Day is powered by Joshua's Worldwide, the transportation partner built for athletes at every level. From motor coaches to sedans, Joshua's Worldwide gets players, coaches, and recruiters where they need to go, across Connecticut and beyond. Whether it's high school Friday night lights, intense college rivalries, or the professional stage, their team delivers safe, reliable, first-class service when it matters most. Joshua's Worldwide is proud to support the student athletes and communities that make Game Day unforgettable. Wherever the road leads, trust Joshua's Worldwide to move athletes and the game forward. Joshua's Worldwide, moving athletes, moving the game. Game Day is brought to you by Waterford Dental Health. Gear up for Game Day with a winning smile from Waterford Dental Health. Located in Waterford, we're your go-to for top-notch dental care in a relaxed, friendly setting. Whether you need a routine checkup, a cosmetic boost, or advanced treatment, our experienced team has you covered. Enjoy the game with confidence and comfort. Schedule your appointment today. Waterford Dental Health, where your smile is our top priority. Visit us online or call now to book. This Game Day Player Spotlight, powered by Joshua's Worldwide.
I came here a couple of years back, and you know, everybody told me we had a little battle going on between two kids. And as a new coach coming in somewhere, you know, it makes you a little unsure, a little anxious, but both of those guys are great teammates. For the most part, it's been a kind of tandem situation since we got here. We played 9 games last year. Both guys appeared in 7 of them. This year the plan is to kind of go status quo on that as well. Kind of a hot hand situation, a game plan situation.
It like pushes us every practice. Just like it always keeps us pushing and going forward. I feel like it's a good way for us as teammates to connect and as people too.
Yeah, I feel like it makes both of us better. Iron sharp as iron. So I mean, when he's out there doing a drill, I always want to be better than him. When I'm out there doing a drill, he wants to be better than me.
You know, I don't know too many teams that if quarterback goes down, they still have the whole offense, right? So we feel very fortunate in that respect.
I can imagine another person at another school in the same situation thinking like, I don't know if I want to stay here. Was it important for you to stay here?
Yeah, I mean, I've been here for all 4 years, and NFA football has really impacted my life.
My mom and my brother went here, so I feel like I just gotta keep the legacy going and staying here at NFA. And I feel like I love this team, and I would never change it for nobody else.
As a coach, it's really rewarding. I don't know any teams really where one of these guys would sit. The fact that, they push each other, they're making each other better, but they're examples of our culture, right? They're examples of, I might not be in right now, but it's what's best for the team, right? Or it's what's best for the other guy. If you watch our practice, they play catch with each other. They coach each other up. They push each other. They support each other. If one of them throws a touchdown, they'll high five each other. As a coach, you're uncertain that this could be a jealousy thing or an unhealthy competition. And I was so pleasantly surprised when I got here. It wasn't that, and it stayed that way.
He's just a great guy. He likes to communicate with everybody, and he likes to bring the team together. I feel like we connect with each other on and off the field, and I feel like we help each other be greater.
He's a really good kid, and I've never felt a toxic environment or anything like that. At the end of the day, he's my brother, and he's been with me, and he really pushes me to compete on a day-to-day basis, and I appreciate that.
Game Day is powered by Joshua's Worldwide, the transportation partner built for athletes at every level. From motor coaches to sedans, Joshua's Worldwide gets players, coaches, and recruiters where they need to go, across Connecticut and beyond. Whether it's high school Friday night lights, intense college rivalries, or the professional stage, their team delivers safe, reliable, first-class service when it matters most. Joshua's Worldwide is proud to support the student athletes and communities that make Game Day unforgettable. Wherever the road leads, trust Joshua's Worldwide to move athletes and the game forward. Joshua's Worldwide, moving athletes, moving the game.
I'm Maddie. And I'm Alexa, and we're here at Paul's Pasta Shop in Groton. It's halftime at the game, and it's time for
3 pounds of pasta. Come see us after the game to refuel with one of our signature dishes.
It's fast. That's a tongue twister. That's tough.
So Casey may have the night off tonight, Pasta, but 3 pounds of pasta does take the night off.
That's what I'm talking about, America.
We're going to fix your microphone here
Yeah,
so that
yeah.
people at home can hear you.
Can you hear me, America? We're here. We're ready to rock. I'm ready. I've been focused. Last week was a tough one for me.
So last week was tough.
Yeah.
We did the trivia.
Yeah.
Casey decided to take it easy on us.
Thank you. Thank you.
So the theme tonight is the matchup of the Wildcats and the Falcons.
Yep.
So tonight we are going to be talking cats and birds. Specifically, songs about cats and birds.
Oh, man. Come on. All right. Let's see what we got here.
So these are going to be multiple choice, or you can go with your own wild card.
Okay.
So,
all right.
Pound of pasta, number 1.
Numero uno.
Which is the best or your favorite song with a cat in the title? So you can think about it. I will give you some suggestions from our friend Casey.
Cat.
We've got...
there's one that I remember a long time ago called Stray Cat Strut. And you remember that?
There you go, by the Stray Cats.
By the Stray.
By Nelly Furtado.
Okay.
Freebird by Leonard Skinner.
Ooh.
3 Little Birds by Bob Marley.
That's, right there.
When Doves Cry by Prince.
Oh, man. See, those last two right now hit me, the two. But I'm going to go with the man that I would say was my inspiration, Bob Marley. I'm going to go with 3 Little Birdies by my doorstep. Let's see what happens. I'm going with that one.
So I used to be a big fan of Bob Marley and the song 3 Little Birds in particular. We took a family vacation to St. Martin, and there was like one bar in the neighborhood. There was like the tourist bar, and they had the same like Bob Marley tribute band every night, and it felt like every time you drove by, it was the same 3 songs.
Same thing, yeah.
And it was like, I could not escape that song.
That was a Twilight Zone moment for a brother.
So I can't go with you on 3 Little Birds.
Okay.
I'm going to go with Blackbird.
Blackbird's good too.
By John Lennon. And
John Lennon. That was classic right there. Yeah, I'm gonna I gotta stick with Bob Marley. I love that guy.
All right, pound number 3. So we've done the cats, we've done the birds.
Mm-hmm.
Your favorite song with an exotic animal in the title.
Oh my God, a favorite bird with an exotic animal.
So, Casey's suggestions. We've got "Eye of the Tiger."
That's a good
by
one.
Survivor.
That's a good one.
So this will be.
We've got the Beatles again with "I Am the Walrus."
Mm-hmm.
We've got "Crocodile Rock" by Elton John.
Crocodile Rock, that's a classic.
And from Culture Club, "Karma Chameleon."
Okay, I love all those. They feel good. But there was one song that I used to like, and it had a guitar that goes ding 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 Barracuda.
Nice.
So I think that was to me, wow, did I put it out there, everybody? Barracuda. I had a crush on them when Jefferson Starship, Airplane, Paper Plane, all those guys together combined. Yeah.
Very nice, Barracuda. I gotta say, I couldn't get past Karma Chameleon.
Yeah.
It was Culture Club, Boy George.
Culture Club was classic. Mad love.
I was maybe too young for that. My dad taught at a high school, so I was surrounded by high school kids.
Yeah.
And I think it wasn't until like 10 years later that I realized it was Karma Chameleon. I thought it was just, come on, Chameleon.
Yeah. No, we used to always say that. Come on, Chameleon. Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy sometimes when we learn the words. That's why I don't sing no more, because I always messed it up, or if I forgot about it, I put something with food in it. And it just never worked out for me.
So, those are our 3 pounds of pasta tonight.
That was awesome. Not bad. I got better, guys. Casey, come back with a positive mind now, okay?
And so now it is, of course, time to watch the melty cheesy garlic bread.
Oh, my God. Melty
our
cheesy.
At Paul's Pasta.
Bon appetito.
Welcome to Paul's Pasta Shop, 223 Thames Street in Groton, where every bite is a taste of tradition. From our homemade pasta to our sauces, we're passionate about bringing the freshest ingredients to your table, serving your favorite Italian dishes since 1988. Visit our website at www.paulspastashop.com. You can call in your orders at 860-445-5276. And follow us on Instagram at Paul's Pasta.
It's time for the Athletes of the Future. Grade 8 Plays of the Week. Let's start off at number 8, little preseason scrimmage action, but that doesn't mean Montville's Nick Laddie is not in midseason form. Look at him drop the dime. Hunter Sylvia, Wolves ready to howl. At number 7, a freshman quarterback in New London, no worries. Mello. 6 passing touchdowns, leading the Whalers in the scrimmage. Carmelo Silvestri, remember the name. At number 6, Abby Mayorga of Stonington Field Hockey, inserting the ball to Hannah Lyons, slips it to Maeve Oaks. Melanie Verberidge, beautiful goal, Stonington 2-1. At number 5, Cadence Weichel. Griswold wins 2-1 over Fitch because Cadence keeps perfect time and slips one right there past the keeper. Good opening win for Griswold. At number 4, Hannah VL Wheeler. 35 yards out, no problem. Right over the top of the keeper, under the bar. I'll tell you what, these free kicks are becoming better and better every week. At number 3, James Niles, St. Bernard's keeper. I want a clean sheet over Montville. I'm going to have to stop this rocket. I'm going Superman. Full extension, fingertips. 2-0 shutout for St. Bees. At number 2, East Lyme midfielder Mia Lloyd is just going to be spectacular. How many Lancers can she beat on one play? I've counted 3, 4, 5 with the rocket goal. East Lyme 1-0 anticipated game with Waterford. Vikings win it. What a play by Lloyd. But at number 1, for a free week of training, get down to Athletes of the Future, young man. Sometimes in the morning, 1 pancake's not enough. You need a short stack. Eli Williams springs Carson Adamick because he put a little whipped cream and blueberries on top of that short stack. 2 pancakes. That's how you spring your back. Carson Adamick takes it to the house, but the big guy, Eli Williams, with the AOF Play of the Week. And those are your Grade 8 Plays of the Week. Send us your best plays, and maybe you can be on next week's Athletes of the Future Grade 8. Nothing makes a football family happier than a touchdown. And nothing will make your family happier than a trip to Great Wolf Lodge. With a brand new location at Foxwoods Resort and Casino, Great Wolf Lodge is the premium place for year-round entertainment that is perfectly suited for the entire family. With its world-famous indoor water park, Great Wolf Lodge is never out of season. Indoor adventure facilities, virtual reality rooms, and quests for the kids are just a few of the many reasons your family will love to howl at Great Wolf. check out their amazing rooms, reasonable prices, and top-notch facilities, and make Great Wolf Lodge your go-to for family fun. Game Day is brought to you by Dairy Queen. Locations in Groton, Taffville, and Pawcatuck. Dairy Queen is the place to go for fabulous food and sweet treats that can't be beat. When you need something satisfying, go to Dairy Queen. Pave the way for your students' financial success with a MySci account from Scient Federal Credit Union. Open a high-yield MySci savings account today and help support a positive financial future for your student. Visit scientfcu.org to learn more. On game day, the crowd may be divided, but when it comes to your legal team, the choice is clear. Messier, Massad, Burdick & Associates is the legal team that fights for you and your family after you've been injured. Messier, Massad, Burdick & Associates have been voted best law firm 6 years running by Readers of the Day because their team of attorneys brings strategy, teamwork, and determination to every insurance claim. Win or lose on the field, when you need real results, the legal team to call is Messier, Massad, Burdick & Associates in New London and East Greenwich. 860-MMB-TEAM and MMBteam.com. Why have one attorney when you can have a team? Game Day is brought to you by Waterford Dental Health. Gear up for game day with a winning smile from Waterford Dental Health. Located in Waterford, we're your go-to for top-notch dental care in a relaxed, friendly setting. Whether you need a routine checkup, a cosmetic boost, or advanced treatment, our experienced team has you covered. Enjoy the game with confidence and comfort. Schedule your appointment today. Waterford Dental Health, where your smile is our top priority. Visit us online or call now to book. Everyone wants their keys back fast, but you definitely want the job done right. Rich's Auto Body in New London, family owned and operated for 30 years, is the area's most trusted source for quality auto body work. Don't lose sleep over your auto body repairs. Rest easy knowing the job is in good hands with Rich's Auto Body. If you live in Eastern Connecticut, you belong at Norwich Free Academy. From college prep and career pipelines to arts, athletics, and tech programs, NFA offers more opportunities than any other high school in the region. Financial aid is available for those who qualify. Engage your future at NFA. Visit nfaschool.org. Game Day is brought to you by Waterford Dental Health. Gear up for game day with a winning smile from Waterford Dental Health. Located in Waterford, we're your go-to for top-notch dental care in a relaxed, friendly setting. Whether you need a routine checkup, a cosmetic boost, or advanced treatment, our experienced team has you covered. Enjoy the game with confidence and comfort. Schedule your appointment today. Waterford Dental Health, where your smile is our top priority. Visit us online or call now to book.
Ready for our second half of action. Joe D'Ambrosio in for Casey O'Neill with the coach, Pasta Santabria. So, Xavier went 50 yards on their first drive.
Right.
They got 7 yards the rest of the half.
Yeah, imagine that.
Oh, in 23 carries. They had 4 first downs in the first half, all of them on that touchdown drive. Meanwhile, NFA had 103 yards total offense in 27 plays, and they had 7 first downs to 4 for Xavier. So if your coach, if you're Sean Marinan, yeah, I want to call him Mariah. If you're Sean Marinan, what's your message to your team at halftime?
Listen, execute how we started off from the beginning and run it full force. You know, I think right now he's got to know you guys are playing a game, and this is what the expectations are that we have to do is basically run our plays effectively. You know, Wildcats have hurt themselves, and we could, take advantage of that. So the goal here is keep the momentum for the next 2 quarters, play football, and dominate by controlling the ball.
And We saw NFA got a lot of guys behind the
Oh, yeah.
Xavier secondary, especially.
Both teams are, in their growth process, and we're seeing what we was expected. But what I do like to see that they're still playing physical. They're hitting.
Right.
So the score really doesn't say it's a big game. To us right now on the top and to the fans out there, this has been a good game so far.
Hey, you see where we are?
Yeah. Shout out to my mom up there. Mama, I'm good. The student body here today has been outstanding since they came in, and just a very positive energy in this community. I got to really thank them for, as soon as I walked in and said, hey, I'm here from Gay Day, they're like, there you go, first class, work your way up here. It's just a good atmosphere of football tonight. And the moon left.
Moon's gone.
It's gone.
So it'll be Bourne and Chandler back to receive the kickoff. Xavier deferred at the start of the ball game. Wyatt Woodworth would kick it off, and our kickoff presented by Norwich Free Academy. Glad you are with us. Week 3. That one is popped up in the air. Fielded by the upback at the 20. Stutter step, stays on his feet, and the position for Xavier to start the second half. You may remember Jaden Brown had to come out for a play.
Mm-hmm.
He got banged up on a pass attempt.
Yeah,
but he came right back in.
Yeah.
And he's back in now.
It's a tough game, and these guys are showing their promise of how they're getting better with it.
2 wide receivers to the right. Obi flex to the right. Tight left end, and Vince Rivera, the left half in the gun. High snap. That kind of threw the momentum of the playoff. And there was nowhere to run that time as me blessing Maddox made the stop.
What a blessing. That young man penetrated through the A-gap really fast and followed through the hip. We always try to say when you're trying to tackle somebody that has movement, key on the thigh board because the upper body is going to give you a misread. He made that play. He's been blitzing all night, and that was a good tackle for a loss, which you know what means. That's
what
a
does
sack.
that mean, Basta?
Well, Highland Park, getting themselves another chance to be in the name right here, Hyde Park Landscape. If your lawn got sacked this summer, we'll call Hyde Park Landscape for an aeration or overseed.
2nd and 15 from the 27. Brown for Obi, catches it at the 30, avoids the tackle, first down yardage and more, and finally pushed out of bounds by Sebastian. But good yak yards after the catch.
What a
for
play.
Ali Obi.
That's right, Joe.
They're going to rule that he stepped out at midfield, so it's a 23-yard gain for Obi in the 5th first down of the ball game for Xavier.
That was a good call. You see the separation from the corner and the receiver. He was giving him respect right there. When he made the play, he can outrun him. Found a way to get to the outside. We always tell our cornerbacks, keep everything inside. That's where your teammates are at. He got outside and got a big play off of it.
Obi takes a break. Ball at the left hash. Xavier in the black, trimmed in white. NFA in white and red. Nowhere to run. Boy, the defense has been staunch as Rivera barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. Large Madosher Seville.
Big 77.
Look at it. That's one big young man.
I love it. I love what they were doing. NFA's defensive linemen are to take those guys that are double teaming them, keep them neutralized, and work down the line. That's a lot of work for those big guys, but at the same time, their linebackers are free to make a play. So good credit for Big 7-7 right there making a play.
Trips to the wide side right. McKee is the tight left end on 2nd and 10 at midfield. Just the start of things. 3rd quarter, Xavier and NFA tied at 6. Brown fumbles the snap and falls on it. And, that's the type of mental play that you talked about, Coach, that you got to avoid. Both these teams have committed more than their share of errors in the first half and now the first 2 minutes of the 3rd quarter.
Well, if they put themselves in a hole like that, that's like a ditch in the ground. If your lawn feels that way, remember you're sure to call Hyde Park Landscape for that aeration or air seed.
You are amazing coming up with these on the fly, Pasta. Very impressed.
It's the kids that
not
make
as
me
good as
feel it.
Precipitous.
No, got to get second half energy right here.
Obi comes out split to the left. They send 2 out to the right. And McKee lines up as the H-back left on 3rd and 15. Here's the NFL blitz. Thrown up the air for Obi, but well overthrown. He was well covered by Radley Gonzalez. So after the initial 23-yard completion on 2nd down to Obi, it'll be Eli Dela Cruz to punt, hoping to improve on that 4-yard punt near the end of the first half.
Definitely. Field position is a key right now. They need a good punt. keep this NFL Wildcat offense deep in their zone.
Cruz on to take the punt for Xavier.
Twin safeties back at the 30 for NFA, which will get the football for the first time. Low snap. Good job fielding it. No rush. Line drive kick. It's fumbled. It's loose on the ground, and boy, Norwich there.
Oh, yeah. It's one thing for a returner. We always try to say, Bill Parcells was great coaching, returners. Your hips got to be under the ball. In that instance, when he saw the ball trying to approach him, he kind of leaned forward for it, and didn't bring his hips under to secure it. And that's why that fumble caused a little threat there for the Wildcats to lose it, but they got it back.
29-yard punt. So Dwayne Smith, who threw the touchdown pass, will continue at quarterback. Dylan Schroth told me during the week he's got 2 number 1s.
Mm-hmm.
And we've got another penalty. Looks like procedure picking up where they left off in the first half.
No bueno, Joe. No bueno.
That is the 6th offensive penalty and 7th in the game. And you can't afford to constantly, Pasta, be playing behind the sticks.
It's really tough. It really shortens the play calling for the coach.
So it'll be 1st and 15 from the 21. Xavier Sebastian, the halfback in the shotgun, gets the handoff off the left side and gets out to about the 25 for a pickup of 4.
Number 26, Magnus King on the carry for NFA.
They say that was King.
Tackle will play by number 21,
26.
For Xavier.
So Lucas Cirillo, the outside linebacker, made the stop. 4 for King.
2-yard gain on the play. It'll be 2nd and 12 for NFA.
Call it 2nd and 11.
You're good with the math. I believe in you, Joe.
Here at the 25. 2 halves in the gun. Sebastian to the left, King to the right. They give it to King again off the left side. Can't turn the corner. What a stick.
Wow.
Coming up from the secondary.
That was a hit. And if your lawn got hit by the summer heat, call Hyde Park Landscape for an aeration and oversee.
Tackle will play by number 6, Vincent Rivera for Xavier.
Tackle made by Vince Rivera. Hard hit on that one.
He definitely laid his shoulder in there. And one of the things that I think has improved in the game is the tackling has developed to be safer for both teams to play.
3rd and 12 from the 26. Smith will roll to the right. Throws a pass, and it's thrown low and incomplete. Bradley Gonzalez was the intended target. So, 3 and out. And it'll be punt number 4 for Wyatt Woodworth. With
26, Milo Chandler
going back to receive the kick.
It's a great opportunity for Xavier to get some positive yardage in his play. Special teams has been a good factor.
As they tighten up the punt block team. Here they come up the middle. It's high, it's short, it's kicked away. It's going to bounce and will be downed on the 36-yard line. So a 28-yard punt with 8:04 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Tied at 6, couple of touchdown passes as you look at Greg Jaskut, who had been the offensive coordinator and stayed on when Sean Marinan came back. Won state championships. In fact, one of them came against NFA back in 2012 for the Double L championship. So 1st and 10 Falcons at their own 36-yard line.
I think they were short of players. I count 10. And
it was a man advantage for NFA, so Dylan Schroth takes a timeout, his first of the 3rd quarter. Don't forget, next week, Casey will be back. He and Pasta will be in Groton at Fitch High School for a ECC battle between East Lyme and the Fitch Falcons. Fitch playing Amity tonight, and I believe East Lyme played last night. You got Stonington, New London today. Montville, Waterford, the Ledyard Colonels go to the Griswold Wheeler Co-op.
That's a good one.
Fitch against Amity, and a good one. Killingly heads down to Milford to play Jonathan Law. You might need You might need a computer instead of a scoreboard.
Yeah, definitely.
And then tomorrow morning, Wyndham is at Bacon Lyman. I prefer my bacon crisp, not Lyman. They give us to Rivera, straight up the middle, and boy, I'll tell you what, moving Civil out of the middle of that line, it's not easy.
It's phenomenal, and you know, then the players filling in are just doing a great job. He is not being moved, and one of the things you want to establish on a double team is a movement from that first guy.
3-yard gain, 2nd and 7 at the 39. Jaden Brown in a shotgun set. Bubble screen for Olsen, breaks the tackle. He's got the first down, and he's pulled down at the 46-yard line. They run that play very well. It's the second or third time we've seen them run that bubble screen. Jeremiah Dickerson, the linebacker, made the stop. That's the first down for Xavier since that opening drive of the game.
Yeah, that's a good read, and I'll take credit to the coaches up top that are passing this information down. The alignment of that outside linebacker, he's shaded off, so therefore there's the advantage and the angle to get to the outside in that play. That's why I love those bubble screen plays, to respect the defense and make sure they don't stack inside.
1st and 10 at the 47. They motion Zdrowski to this side, where he lines up as a split left end, roll out. Looks like a quarterback keeper. It is Brown into NFA territory after a 5-yard gain.
Some good plays right now as they're working the outside edge. That off-tackle D-gap area on the outside is now vulnerable for the Wildcats.
Terrence Brown with the stop after a 4-yard gain for Brown, setting up 2nd and 6. 6.5 to go in another fast-moving quarter here. Rivera cuts it outside. He's got first down yardage and more. Breaks 2, 3, 4 tackles and finally spins out of bounds in front of Bradley Gonzalez. But great second effort by Vince Rivera to get the second Xavier first down of the drive.
Yeah, as a lineman, you'd love a guy like this, the way he runs, the way he secures the ball with a 6-point set. Now, I would say, you know, seal it up at the end, but he has this momentum and energy that's making this offense get a little bit of a vibrance now.
11-yard gain, 1st and 10 at the 38. Rivera tries the right side. Boy, what a good tackle by the middle linebacker, Terrence Brown. He grabbed him by the sleeve and knocked him down for a 2-yard loss.
Well, that was a big tackle by him, because if your lawn and landscape gets tackled by these bad weeds out there, call Hyde Park Landscape for your cleanup today.
So they mark it back at the 40, so it's a 2-yard loss. 2nd and 12 for the Falcons. Locked up in a 6-6 tie. It's a little bit like Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
You're right about that. I was going to sit back and tell you the same thing.
So for great minds think alike, Pasta. Remember that. Brown, play action, pulls it down. Hit as he throws, goes deep, and it's incomplete.
Oh!
Knocked away at the last minute for Zdrowski. Great defensive play. Boy, I'll tell you what, Brown's got quite an arm.
Yeah, great throw, but again, in this situation, what I like, the safeties did not bite down. They just stayed in their depth. They started to see the receiver coming their way, and he still almost had a chance to split them through, but wow, what a close play for the Falcons there.
Rushin Klahar, the junior cornerback.
But this is what NFA's going to be successful. If we can get them 3rd and long, it really helps the Wildcats right now pin their ears back and try to go get to that quarterback. See what happens.
3rd and 12 at the 40. Obi lines up as a H-back to the right. They stack 2 wides to both sides. Ball right in the middle of the AstroTurf field. Brown rolls to the right. He's going to get hit, and he's going to get dropped for a loss. Nowhere to run.
Nowhere to hide.
Alves with the sack, and that takes Xavier out of a potential go for it. And I think they're going to bring in Eli De La Cruz and try to pin NFA deep in their own territory.
In that situation, there was nowhere to run to, nowhere to hide. But if your lawn got sacked this summer, call Hyde Park Landscape for an aeration or overseed.
So Xavier got a couple of first downs, but then was stopped. This will be the 5th punt of the night for De La Cruz. Goes out of bounds. We'll see where they mark it. Should be right around the 21, 22, 23-yard line.
Perfect.
And that's where Norwich Free Academy will take over with 4:36 to go here in quarter number 3. 20-yard punt, but a good one because it pinned them deep in their own territory, relatively deep.
We're really working within what I call the 30 and 30 zone. This area in the middle of the field is always an opportunity for big plays to happen. But again, special teams, again, this kicking game has been really supportive in trying to keep this game the way it is right now with a low score.
Dwayne Smith back in as the quarterback. He took over for Aaron Driscoll late in the first half and threw that nice touchdown pass to tie the game. And we got motion again. Boy, NFA's doing something wrong in that interior, Pasta.
It's a lot of key situations where people are not lining up correctly, or they're just moving before the play comes. You have to be passive and you have to be disciplined. We talked about it in the first quarter. I bet you the most disciplined team today will probably win this game.
8th penalty against the Falcons. 7 on the offense.
Oh, boy.
So it's 1st and 15 back at the 18. Lucian Lurcius in as the other halfback. Sebastian comes in motion. Brown throws it over the middle, incomplete. He was trying to throw it for Lurcius coming out of the backfield, but
kind of like a screen setup there, right?
Kind of a middle screen.
Yeah.
It was kind of dangerous.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, once they release that outside edge player and a quarterback running back like that, I've always taught the defense, you got to sink your hips and turn because there's going to be a screen coming. So
2nd and 15 at the
Second
18.
down and 15 for NFA. Second down.
As you can see in the bottom of your screen, 4:32 to go here in the third quarter. Sebastian, the right half in the gun next to Smith, who drops back to throw. Fires out here for Gonzalez. He's got it. Radley Gonzalez gets out of bounds.
Complete to number 11, Radley Gonzalez.
That ball had to travel a long way
Yeah.
for about a 7-yard gain.
Again, these quarterbacks, they do have good arms. It's just the accuracy. And in that situation, I was with my jaws dropped waiting for it to get caught. A speedy quarterback breaking down and working his angle to get that pick would have been wide open for a touchdown 6. So got to be careful.
Third down for NFA.
So third and 8. Another pass. This one launched upfield, too far. Double covered that time was Clark. So another 3 and out for NFA, and Woodworth will come in for his 5th punt of the night. We've got some out-of-town scores. East Lyme a winner. Vikings beat East Haven 38-0.
Great job.
Also a final, Griswold beats Ledger 14-0.
Wow. Oh, they took a break. That's not good.
Killingly, as they are wont to do, doubling up Law down in Milford, 42-21 in the third. And after one, Amity beating up on Fitch, 21-0.
Wow.
Number 3, Josiah Bonet, deep to receive for Xavier.
So now Bournet is back to receive, just inside of midfield, the Woodworth punt. No pressure, and he booms one. Bournet feels it at the 40. He bobbles it and gets taken down at the 37-yard line.
Whoa. That was scary.
Number 3, Josiah Bonet.
Held on, though, to his credit.
Tackled the play by number 3, Killian Minor for NFA.
So, third possession of the quarter for Xavier. Ball will be marked
for Xavier on their
37-yard line. With the game still tied at 6. Couple of touchdown passes. 20-yarder from Brown to Obi. And a 34-yarder for NFA from Smith to Croxton. I expect them to get Obi even more involved in the offense, though he doesn't appear to be in the game right here. 1st and 10 at the 36. Straight drop. Brown throws it out on the right. It's caught. Now that is Obi.
Yep.
And he gets about 6 out to the 43.
That formation in that situation is a good formation for them to pass the ball there. As they're playing a little soft zone and keeping everything in front. Got a big chunk of yards for a 2nd down and short.
Croxton makes the stop. They got a white receiver way out to the left here. The give to Rivera. Cuts it back upfield. First down yardage and more. Cuts it to the outside into NFA territory.
Wow.
And he sent sprawling on a touchdown saving tackle by Rushan Klahar.
That was awesome. In a situation like that where the running back has to press to the left side, they're running like a zone run there. You know, he's the key readers right there, the tackle. And if the tackle sees that the defender's to the outside, then he works to the inside gap. And then it continues to work that way where their cutback is pretty much wide open because the backside defensive end overran it. So great thinking.
17-yard gain for Rivera. Sets up 1st and 10 at the Wildcat 40. They give it to Rivera again, cuts it back. Stopped a couple of yards short of the first down, about the 32.
It's kind of like the first drive right now, Joe. It's the attitude that we've seen in the beginning and how they're dominating the defensive line now. As you can see, some of the Wildcats, they're placing some players in there. There's some conditioning concerns that we're going to see coming into the fourth quarter.
6-yard gain for Klahar, or for Rivera, stopped by Klahar, so it's 2nd and 4. Empty backfield with 3 wide outs to the left. Now they actually do bring Chandler in as a right half in the shotgun. They give it to Milo. Tries to cut it to the outside. Grabbed. Great job on the initial contact. That time by Gaten Alves to grab him by the shirt sleeve and then drag him down for a loss.
Now, that was a great job, good discipline angles, and that was the way you seal the deal with a Hyde Park landscape play like that. So if your lawn gets hit by the summer heat, call Hyde Park Landscape for an aeration or overseed.
Loss to the 36, so it's 3rd and 6, and we got an NFA player down. It looks like for the first time tonight we've had cramping.
Here it comes.
To take effect. It's 68 degrees now, but it's muggy.
It's very muggy, and it's kind of like the situation where your conditioning component, if you haven't pushed yourself, this is going to test your will, and if it tests your will, it's going to test your techniques, and this is where you see all these little mistakes coming up. So we're hoping these guys continue to stay hydrated, but if you're feeling that right now, that's going to be a battle throughout the whole game you have to work through.
Alves looks to be okay. He's got to come out for a play, though. So it'll be 3rd and 6. I would think, Pasta, we're in 4-down territory.
Yeah.
For Xavier here. Once again, Milo Chandler lines up as the halfback in the gun. He gets it, goes to the right. He's going to be stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Great play.
Flags are thrown. Maybe a little contact after the play. And it looks like TJ Calabrese talking to the umpire, Joe Vance. And NFA's not going to be happy about that.
So this is where we're saying that the conditioning component plus that aggression of trying to play such a close game, you know, one team will burst over the other, and this is right now what NFA did not need to have where they were playing good defense so far. So right now the advantage of the Xavier Falcons is going to be a
second 15-yard penalty of the night on the NFA defense. So what looked to be a 4th down is 1st and 10 Xavier at the NFA 20-yard line. We've got a minute and 22 to go in the 3rd quarter. Rivera back in as the halfback in the gun next to the senior captain, Jaden Brown, who's going to keep it. Tries to take it to the outside. Not much room there. Knocked down initially on the play by Maddox.
Yeah, my blessing Maddox has been phenomenal today, and I can see that he's cramping up too. It's been a tough game.
Tackle the play by number 75, Cameron
There's his teammate right there doing the stretch.
Cameron Bell Snow was also there. So once again, the NFA medical staff will jog onto the field. Pick up a 4 to the 16, sets up a 2nd down and 6.
For his size to be a linebacker, you know, it's really unexpected that he could take on linemen, but his speed.
The Alves
to
kid.
get,
Yes.
to get into the gap and to be able to you know, make a play like that just shows that, you know, in high school football, you could play any position. If you do it right, the coach will put you in.
Gotta give him pickle juice.
Pickle juice, yeah.
Pickle juice will
matter
work.
of fact, I had that the other day. Yeah, I finished my last
for you.
pickle.
I'm happy to hear that.
I took 2 sips.
How did it taste?
I felt like I needed to go talk to my boy from Waterboy, get some free water, because that had a bad taste in the end. You know, it's kind of like the rind.
You know, in the old days in baseball, when a pitcher would get a blister, he would soak his hand in pickle juice. In fact, Nolan Ryan, when he pitched for the Mets, was the first guy I remember doing that back in '69 and '70. Here's a little baseball trivia for you folks. In fact, if you want to keep track of the baseball pennant races, I know Judge and Stanton homered for the soon-to-be American League East champion Yankees.
Yeah, I was kicked out of the Yankees for a year. My cousin kicked me out because I made a comment during the season to play simple, baseball. So now I'm with the Dodgers, and I'm
front runner. You are just a front runner, Pasta. You hang with O'Neill and Wappy, and now you tell me you like the Dodgers.
Yeah, well, I was a Bronx baby, so I'm a Yankee fan, but I got kicked out for a year. I'll come back.
Orioles trail the Yanks 6-4. Sox losing to Detroit 3-1, and the Mets down 4-2 to the gritty Marlins. All right, 2nd and 6 from the 16. Rivera in the Wildcat, and he sent head over heels. Great defensive play. Made that time.
He lost
by
his shield.
Killian Menor. Killian Menor did a great job that time.
What hustle. He ran off the field, put his shoe on, and said, Coach, I'm ready. But he didn't realize he's got to be out for one play.
No gain. 3rd and 16. And again, even though they have faith in Palumbo's leg, I would think it's 4-down territory for the Falcons. This is probably the final play of the 3rd quarter.
Yes.
One wide out to the left, 2 to the right. Brown's going to run it. Flags. That's going to be procedure.
Fundamentals.
Just the second penalty at Xavier, but it comes at a bad time. It turns a 3rd and 6 into a 3rd and 11, and Xavier's not going to snap the ball again. So we finished 3 quarters of play.
Whew.
No scoring in the 3rd quarter. Deadlocked at 6. NFA and Xavier here on theday.com game day.
The 3rd quarter. To begin the 4th quarter.
Every football fan knows no star player wins alone. It takes a full team to produce a win. And that's how the team of attorneys at Messier, Massad, Burdick & Associates handle their cases. Voted best law firm by the readers of the day 6 years running, the attorneys at Messier, Massad, Burdick & Associates work together, fighting insurance companies for you and your family. Insurance companies have teams of lawyers on their side, and you can too. With Messier, Massad, Burdick & Associates, when you need a winning legal team off the field, call Messier, Massad, Burdick & Associates in New London and East Greenwich, 860-MMB-TEAM, and MMBteam.com. Why have one attorney when you can have a team?
Fans up and jumping.
Watch
Tradition here at Xavier.
That's right. Let me get my hands on there.
No, Pasta, the fans, not you.
Okay, all right.
We'd rather see the Mercy High School cheerleaders.
I used to jump around like there was no other, but my sciatic nerve has numbed that up already.
Had nothing to do with your age.
I just bob my head right now.
Yeah. So, set to start the 4th quarter. Jody Ambrosio, Coach Pasta Santabria. Casey O'Neill will be back next week. It's 3rd and 11 for Xavier at the NFA 21. Looks like a little chicanery here. Here's a pass upfield. Tipped away, incomplete. A halfback option for Rivera, but NFA stayed home on it.
Yeah, it looked very visible for me over here when he started to backpedal off that. So the defense did a great job by just keeping their heels in the back there.
So they're going to try a field goal, and it'll be Seb Rios to try it.
Talk about a critical situation right now.
This will be a 38-yard field goal out of the hold of Gavin Burke to try to give Xavier the lead here early in the 4th. Kick is down, and the kick is no good. So the NFA defense, thanks to a critical penalty, holds firm. And now NFA will get the ball for their first possession of the 4th quarter, with the game tied at 6.
Story to me just tells me that there's nobody wanting to grasp that energy of momentum to really take the lead here. key mistakes have cost them that. And so, right now, the Wildcats has to just play penalty-free offense and see if they can get first downs.
Dwayne Smith has been the quarterback since late in the second quarter, replacing Aaron Driscoll. There you see the elusive Xavier Sebastian.
Yeah, I haven't heard from him in a while. We got to get him back in the mix.
Well, can't carry the ball.
Yeah.
I mean, and plus, they only had the ball for 8 or 9 plays in the third quarter. Trips to the wide side left. Here's Sebastian. Up the middle, pushes the pile to about the 25.
That young man.
4, second and 6. Knocked down on the play.
That's what I love about him. He knows that if he can stay behind his big lineman and just work downfield, get those extra yards, it helps the offense right now in a good position in second down.
Musil, number 60,
yeah,
made the stop.
5-yard gain, 2nd and 5 for NFA, second down.
They're going to mark it at the 25, so it's 2nd and 6. Smith sends a man in motion, gives to Sebastian. Up the middle, forced backwards.
Whoa.
Nice tackle by Mike Cirillo.
Yeah, Cirillo's been phenomenal today playing football and defense.
Tackle play by number 22, Michael Cirillo.
Maybe give him a yard.
Number 54, Jacob Barnhart for Xavier.
So, it'll be a third down. Third and call it 3 from the 27-yard line. NFA's got to get a first down. That defense is going to start getting tired. Here's the rollout. Man is open. It's caught and then dropped. He's going to come to the left. They're going to rule it a possession. They're going to say Croxton was hit.
Wow.
Flags go flying. All sorts of mayhem going out there.
Well, as the saying goes, you play through the whistle. And I believe, and I agree with the referees, that was a catch because he secured 2 feet down with the ball in. And what happened was when he took off, it bobbled off and he caught it.
So the gain is 14 to the 41. And there's going to be a personal foul.
Late hit on the outside at the end there. Talk about a double whammy switch right here.
Now mark it at the Xavier 44-yard line. So first downs on sort of consecutive plays, actually on one play. First and 10 at the 44. Tied at 6 early in the fourth quarter. Smith with Sebastian set up to his left in the shotgun. Sebastian goes straight up the middle. Pile pushes.
22,
Pickup will be
on the carry for NFA.
about 2 to the 42. He's stopped by a host of tackles.
Yeah, they were stacked on defense in that situation.
Nick Del Santo and Liam Lefebvre will share the tackle. So it'll be 2nd and 8. NFA has had just 2 first downs, both on the earlier in the drive on the pass and then the penalty. Ball carried off the left side that time by Lurcius.
Joe, there's some clanging down there. Did you hear that kick out?
They're hitting.
I love it, yeah. That's your traditional little counter kickback play where they lead with a back and a lineman, and the lineman went and they collided there.
4-yard gain for Lurcius. Here's a big third down. 3rd and 4. It's not 4-down territory for NFA because you don't want to give the ball up
right
if you don't get it. But they have this play to get it. Lurcius, the right half, in the gun, next to Smith, looking to throw. Chased out of the pocket. Just heaves it upfield, and it's intercepted. That's a huge mistake.
And a flag is added onto the play there.
Cirillo with the interception. Let's see what the call is as you look at TJ Calabrese. Personal foul. So I think the interception will stand, Pasta.
Yep.
But Xavier will go back 15 yards to the 26-yard line.
Yeah. I think that was a
blindside block against Xavier.
Blindside block is the call.
Yeah, on the return as the receiver was trying to come up to make the play, you cannot, it's like a defenseless player. You cannot hit him in that.
That's just a ball that Dwayne Smith can't throw.
Cannot throw, especially when you feel. I always say, quarterbacks that there was a rule. If you're backpedaling, you don't. You throw it away. You go to the next play. Guys, and don't get me wrong, these kids are trying really hard tonight to make something happen, but you still have to be disciplined in the core of the game and follow that play where it's supposed to be. And if it's not there, let it go.
First and 10 for Xavier on their 26-yard line.
So, Falcons take over, still tied at 6, which is where we were at the half.
Yep.
First and 10 at their own 26. One of the O-linemen, Thad Bisowitz, was late getting in. He goes to his right guard spot. Brown gives the ball off to Rivera. It's grabbed by the big man in the middle, Mr. Civil, who takes him down uncivilly after a pickup
This
of
is Rivera, the carry for Xavier.
4.
Tackle on the play by number
2nd and
77.
6.
Civil
What you'd
for
like to
NFA.
do if you're Xavier here is run down the clock, ball control offense, matriculate down the field.
A heavy dose of that will put them in a good situation.
2nd and 6 at the Xavier 30. Rivera coming right. Breaks one tackle. What a stick. He was sent hurtling backwards.
You can't hide from that play right there. That hit was so strong.
Tristan Clark.
It depleted the turf.
There is an NFA player down. Boy, what a hit by Clark.
Oh, yeah, that was definitely a Hyde Park landscape play right there. And if your lawn gets sacked or hit or knocked out like that player got hit, then make sure you call Hyde Park Landscape for aeration and oversee.
The injured player is Bishop Gaskins. And again, it just looks like I failed that day at medical school, but it just looks like a crimp.
Yeah, definitely. And remember, this is what I always said. The difference between our traditional, when I played Saturday football, to now, these kids are up sometimes, 4:30, 5:30 in the morning to get ready to go to school and then maintain a healthy meal. And
are you saying you didn't go to school?
Well, I went to school, but we had Friday and then we played Saturday. So, you could sleep and get ready.
I thought you were telling yourself tales out of school.
No, Papa used to make sure. Papa Bucher said, don't eat fried chicken at night, nothing greasy.
Because the 7 years is over.
Yeah.
The law of statutes is over. So they can't come and get you for truancy now.
They can't. But no, I loved it. Coach made sure that we were always ready the night before. But then again, Friday,
Now, would you go out the night before games?
No. We had
really?
Every coach was assigned to call somebody, and if you got the call, especially in the landline, we had to take the cord, and you have to hold it like that, and the coach would be like, I just want to make sure you're there.
Because there's no cell phones when you went to high school.
No, and so there was no way to
In
really.
fact, there was barely electricity when you went to high school.
And in New London, the coaches drove around. it was really good patrolling. Hey, they loved us for that reason. I got to give them credit.
3rd and 1 at the 35.
Xavier
Gaskins jogged off under his own power. Wide side of the field is the left. Aliobi in motion to the right. Here's Rivera trying to turn the corner. He dives forward to the 42.
What great
effort by Vince Rivera.
You see, great man thinking like we said the same word. Great effort. Unbelievable.
Killian Mano make the stop. First and 10 at the 42. Inside 8 minutes to play. And the clock is running here at Larry McHugh Field.
You definitely call what you were talking about before. These little plays of run plays are making it happen.
Obi lined up as an H-back to the right. Quarterback keeper. 3 white shirts around Jaden Brown. See where they give him forward progress to. Should be about 1 up to the 43. Setting up 2nd and 9. Bell Snow in for the tackle for NFA.
That defensive line continues. I mean, again, for big boys right now, they could be tired and getting that. They're right there ready to make a play, doing some rip-pull techniques that I like to see, and showing that dominance in the defense that they're holding down a good team right now.
They give him progress to the 44. It sets up 2nd and 8. Toss, sweep, Rivera. Cuts it back inside. And players went flying, but it wasn't Rivera.
Oh, boy. I saw that was a nice pancake hit there. The linemen right now are churned up. That's the kind of attitude that I like with linemen. Once they get it going and they're popping.
5-yard gain for Rivera. Sets up 3rd and a very short 3 at the 49.
The young man that made that big block on his Thaddeus Bisowitz. Sounds like a lineman right there.
Yeah, that's the right guard. He's a freshman.
Oh, man, unbelievable.
They play a couple of freshmen in that offensive line.
Good pull,
Which
kicking.
Sean Marinan called a work in progress.
Amen. They're going to be a formidable line.
3rd and 3 for the Falcons, looking to keep the drive alive. Up the middle, first down. Over the 45 to the 44, Milo Chandler carrying the mail.
Number 22, Xavier Sebastian for NFA.
Xavier Sebastian came up to make the stop.
First down.
But the 7-yard gain gives Xavier its second first down of the drive. And the clock continues to tick, tick, tick.
You're calling it.
Inside 6 minutes to go.
If they can grind it all the way down to the very end and get a chance to either get a field goal or score.
Everything on the ground, nothing in the air.
Keep it right on the ground.
Here's Rivera. Tries to get outside, slowed down, and spun down. What a great play.
Wow.
By Jeremiah Dickerson,
Yeah.
who initially slowed him down.
He was looking for a horse collar, but that was straight up a nice grab in the
Oh, it was
jersey.
beautiful tackle.
He grabbed cloth, and that was one of the things that I like with tackling. You teach a guy grabbing cloth is the most important part, and then you seal the tackle.
Josiah's success
that was
called for the tackle, but that was really all about Dickerson slowing him down. So, 1-yard gain to the 43. This will be the 8th play of the drive, the first 7, all via the ground. That's the formula that Ledyard used last week against NFA. And the Colonels wore NFA down. They outscored them 21-0 in the 4th. First pass of the drive. Looks like they're setting up a screen. They lob it. It's tipped, and it's caught on the deflection at the 41-yard line. What a break. Milo Chandler. Count it.
There was a flag down there, but boy, my head was like Chester Cheetah. Yeah. Why would you throw a ball like that and setting up a screen with all the red and white was around there? Oh, scary.
Looks like the penalty's on Xavier, so Dylan Schroth will make a decision whether to take the penalty or take the play. The play would leave him at about 3rd and 6 as the clock is stopped with 4:28 to go.
I wonder if there was a lineman downfield as that play. You know, usually if the back is in the backfield.
No, they're picking up the flag.
There you go. If the back is in the backfield and you overthrow it, that's not going to be a lineman downfield. So that's a good move right there.
But they're lucky that
Chandler
came down with that.
I almost hit a bowl of
gain.
I need to get a bowl of Lucky Charms after this. I lost all my luck.
3rd and 8 at the 42. Clock resumes. 4:20 to go. Big 3rd down for the Falcons. 4 down linemen for NFA. They motion Chandler out. It's an empty backfield for Jaden Brown. Looking to throw. Chased. Hit. Grab. Throws it away. Boy, he was all wrapped up by Terrence Brown.
And there was no receiver in the middle, so I'm wondering, he had
the
flex
referee's
aside.
waiting, Pasta.
Yeah.
He's got the flag in his arm, and he throws it.
Yep. No receiver in the middle there.
Now, again, for a senior quarterback, that's a move you can't make.
Can't make it.
You can throw it to the sideline.
Yes.
And throw it out of bounds.
Now, that was a really good play that caused another turnover of downs. No, we're 3rd and long.
No, now it's a loss of it's a loss of down as well.
Wow, 4th and a country mile here, Joe.
They move it all the way back to the 39. So Eli Dela Cruz in to punt it away. You know, the drive stopped when they tried to go in the air.
Yeah.
High snap. Dela Cruz has to elevate. No pressure. Boy, he booms one. What a great punt.
Wow.
Inside the 10.
Whoa.
Close to the 5. It'll roll dead at the 5-yard line.
What a special team play right there.
Punt down by number 10, Sean Zabrowski for Xavier.
A 56-yard punt for young Mr. Dela Cruz.
You know, this game may not be a high-scoring game, but the special teams, these punters today, playing the chess game, they've got a lot of PT today.
Yes. They will be sore.
Yeah.
So it's back at the 6-yard line. Now, I would think if you're NFA here, you got to be cautious down here. You know, I wonder if Driscoll got hurt in that first half.
Maybe so. I didn't see anything to show that. But when he came in and they did the switch, he hasn't been back. And he's been in the sideline without his helmet, just helping the teammates out there. So hope he's okay.
Here's Sebastian.
Ooh.
Stuffed at the line of scrimmage after a 1-yard gain.
They're hitting hard, Joe. They are hitting hard today.
Good tackle on the play by Mike Chirillo.
Think about it. 22
and Bill
on one
McKenna,
side.
who you saw at halftime in our feature.
Battle.
There's Driscoll.
Looks okay. I mean, right now he's holding the football.
He's got a helmet. He's got the football.
And he flicked the football, so maybe.
Well, Smith did throw the touchdown pass.
Yes. Yeah.
And they weren't really moving the ball that great. Smith's going to throw it. He's hit, and he gets out of it. Boy,
wow.
He was right at the goal line.
Lord have mercy. That was
and he spun out of a potential safety.
Smart move.
Dwayne Smith tackled for a loss
Smart
in the
move.
backfield by number 50, Lucas Roaming for Xavier.
Tackle for a loss.
I tell you right now, that was a
Lucas
Hyde
Roaming.
Park landscape play right there. As a tackle for a loss, and you're on this loss with no energy, go into Hyde Park landscape for narration overseed.
I would think that's the most you've read that in any game this
Yeah,
year.
Casey, I hope you're proud of me, buddy.
So 3rd and 12, back at the 4. Smith will accept the snap in his end zone. He's looking to throw. Throws the screen. It's caught by Sebastian with his knee down. So it's no gain, and it'll be 4th down, and Woodworth will have to kick it from deep in his own end zone.
If he would have had to just stand on his knees, he was wide open. The linemen were all engaged. He could have, the way he runs, he could have gained a lot of yards in that play.
No gain in the play.
So Woodworth in to kick it.
Yep.
Josiah Bourne will accept it at his 40. We are inside 2 minutes to go. And you know what's looming, boys.
I wonder if they're going to go after it. I mean, right now this is.
Well, you don't want to commit a penalty here.
It's just a shorter distance right now. Usually you want that 13.5-yard separation. But let's see.
Woodworth just inside the restraining line. Snap is all important here. Good snap.
Oh, yeah.
Gets the kickoff.
Holy moly.
It's going to take a roll. Bourne should have. Now he picks it up at the 45. Josiah Bourne runs it back to the 48. That's a terrific. I'll tell you what. Last couple of punters have been terrific.
Terrific, yeah. Good showing, and their stats will be padded up.
So that was a 51-yard punt.
Yeah.
So here's the situation for Xavier. Tied at 6, all their timeouts remaining, and they'll take over at the NFA 47-yard line. Obi is not in the game. Evan McKee is in as an H-back, or a wide out to the left. Jaden Brown with Rivera next to it. Gives to Rivera. Starts left, cuts it upfield. Grabbed by the big fella, and Sybil drags him down, but a nice cutback by Rivera to pick up about 5.
You got to keep moving now. Pick up the pace and line up.
4-yard gain. 2nd and 6. Inside a minute to play. Give him 5. 2nd and 5 at the 42.
2nd and 5 for Xavier. 2nd down.
Crowd a little antsy on the near side. Here's Rivera again. Tries to get it outside. Nice cutback. 1st down yardage, and he's pulled down at the 36-yard line, and Josiah's success with the hit. Now Xavier will use its first timeout.
It's another NFL Wildcat down, probably cramping up. Again, these teams, both teams have exerted great energy. Sad to see that someone is going to probably have to take an L tonight, but their efforts, it's been showing right now that they're just doing their best. A lot of key mistakes, Joe.
It's been a hard, but it's been, as you said, Pasta,
Yeah.
and you said this early, it's been a hard-fought game.
It's a hard-fought game, yeah.
So 1st and 10, Xavier at the NFA 36 as you look at NFA as they attend to the injured player. There'll be a lot of hydration for these young men.
Yeah,
when
definitely.
this one's over. Xavier cheerleaders, courtesy of the good folks down the road at Mercy High School.
And the kicker from Xavier right now is warming up. They're trying to get this timing down.
That's Rios. We had been told Palumbo
Yeah.
was the kid who might be the kicker, but it was Rios who tried the field goal attempt earlier. So 1st and 10 Xavier at the NFA 36. Clock begins to run. There was no timeout there. Brown's pass tipped in the air, knocks that knockdown incomplete. Great play by my blessed Maddox.
My blessed Maddox Moore. Man, what a phenomenal. Off the edge in this situation. He's playing the outside linebacker, and he came in full speed.
Clock stopped with 31 seconds to go. 2nd and 10 Xavier.
Any play can be a big play right now.
And I think if you're NFA, you got to look for Obi as a threat here. Quarterback hit as he throws, intercepted! It's intercepted!
What a great play by my blessing again. An outside twist play, comes around the inside, full speed, and makes a hit on the quarterback. He had to rush that throw, coming off his back foot.
Caden Alves with the interception. So we are 22 seconds away, Pasta, from going overtime.
Yeah.
And I would think if you're NFA, you would take that now. You will not want to take a chance
Yeah.
with a turnover here.
And if I'm a coach right now on defense, you got to have yourself some quarters coverage deep. Make sure you keep everybody in front. Don't make that mistake, and then wrap and tackle.
Ball at the 40-yard line.
Seems like we're playing 3 deep coverage. No, they're going to go back to 4 deep. So Xavier's playing that safe zone.
Smith in the shotgun with Sebastian. Smith's going to look to throw. Bubble screen, incomplete. Intended for Sebastian. I don't know, Pasa. That's a dangerous place to throw the ball, right in the middle of the park.
Totally flabbergasted that you would try to do a screen there. And, I mean, they saw the play before like that, but this is a different coverage, you know, so you can't just make that same play happen.
Only 3 seconds came off the clock, down to 19 seconds to go. We've had no scoring here in the second half. It's been a defensive struggle.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the biggest understatements of the year on theday.com. Sounds like something DeMoro would say. They look for the bubble screen, and they're going to throw it away. They were looking to the near sideline to Ruslan Klahar. So what this has done, 2 incomplete passes, they've only used 7 seconds.
Yeah.
It's down to 15 seconds. And if you run it here, Xavier's going to take a timeout. They have all 3 timeouts remaining.
And then there's nothing wrong with getting some pressure and creating havoc. Again, every play could be a play right now. A big play.
But give Dylan Schroth some credit.
Yeah.
He's going for the win here. Not here. Quarterback keeper up the line. He stopped at the line of scrimmage. And I don't think Xavier's going to stop the clock.
Nope.
Yep, now they will. With 4 seconds to go. Do you even kick the ball here? Take the chance of a punt being blocked. Do you snap it, run around for 4 seconds, and fall down? That's what I would do, but nobody's asking me.
I huddle the special teams, and I'd say right now, snap, secure. Make sure that you guys max protect. Put max protection in there. That will cause a couple of seconds to be held off and get out of this hole right here, you know.
So if we are tied in 4 seconds, high school overtime, the ball is placed at the 10-yard line, not the 25 like in college, and regular rules. You know, the only way you can get a first down is by a defensive penalty, like holding or pass interference.
Let's see how it goes here. It's a very, very...
Xavier scored on their first possession of the game. Brown, a 20-yard pass to Obi. They went for 2 and it failed. And then on the final series of the first half, it was Smith thrown a 34-yard touchdown pass to Croxton.
They're going to go for it here.
And they missed the extra point. This is just going to be secure the ball.
Yeah.
He's going to run around for 3 or 4 seconds and take a knee. Yeah, that's all he's going to do. He's going to fire it out of bounds. The clock will expire, and we are going to overtime.
Number 16, Dwayne.
Wow, overtime.
Complete to number 11.
Now, I don't want to tell tales in the booth, but who said this game was going to overtime late in the third quarter?
I don't think so. I'm not sure. I mean, I thought that there were some great opportunities. Again, penalties really killed the big plays today, and the energy. You could tell it's a tale of two cities. They're playing hard football, but they're executing. Yeah, two young teams. We're seeing the growth in there, and I like what you said. Merriman said, "Hey, this is a process of growth. This is experiences that they're taking in." Both teams can, be actually in a 2-on-1 situation if the scenarios play differently. So it's not I'm saying that they're two clubs that don't know what they're doing. They just are young. Yeah. I think this is my first official OT.
How's it feel? You nervous?
I'm a little nervous. Yeah, because this is where the high risk of a coach. I still have that little burning feeling.
Coach's mentality.
Yeah, it's to me the goosebumps, the moment of how guys. This is where you got to take over and get it done.
Now,
who has the heart to do that?
I would think on the toss, if you win the toss, you take to play defense first.
In most sense, yes.
Right.
Yeah, because if you force them to a field goal or whatever, then you score. I guess
you would win.
You would win there. So yeah, put the pressure on the offense first. But they have two good running games if they effectively block well. I mean, they could score in 10 yards.
Well, don't commit foul. And
don't commit a penalty. Yeah, a lot of handkerchiefs tonight.
Yeah, we have had
next week songs with yellow in it.
9 penalties on NFA, 4.
Wow.
On Xavier.
It felt like it was much more than that, but you're right. There were just critical situations that made those penalties just more forefront.
So, TJ Calabrese, I guess we're waiting for the captains to come out to make a call.
Right now,
got to have a coin toss.
As they work nonchalantly.
Yeah, here come the captains.
Ladies and gentlemen, direct your attention to midfield. Once again, Xavier captains number 8, Oli Obi.
I was surprised we didn't see Obi get the ball more.
Number 1, Jaden Brown.
I mean, there was certain series that he was doing pretty good. So
we'll meet the NFA captains. Number 7, Aaron Driscoll. Number 16, Dwayne Smith.
It's interesting. Both quarterbacks are quad captains for NFA, and we ran the feature that Peter did. And, they're both coaches' sons. Both get along well. First half, it was Driscoll. Late first half, Smith took over. So NFA has won the toss. So NFA will play down at the goal to our right, and NFA will have it 1st and 10.
Oh boy, here we go.
Pressure time at Larry McHugh Field.
Xavier will kick off in the overtime.
Well, there's no kickoff. Ball be taken at the 10-yard line.
Talk about pressure. It'll be good right now. A nice roast with potatoes and onions on the pressure cooker.
Too late.
It's too late for that?
Too late in the evening, pasta.
Oh, I know.
Come on, you got to do better than that.
Well, I've been on my my diabetic diet there, and I can't have any carbs after 5 o'clock. So I feel like that Mogwai, the gremlin. Yeah, if I eat a fried chicken, I'm going to turn into something. So you're right. I think about it,
Don't forget, next week we'll be at Fitch for Eli and Fitch.
It's going to be a good game.
Casey will be back with Pasta and the crew.
Fans, in overtime, the two teams will trade possession starting at the opponent's 10-yard line until a winner is determined.
So it'll be Xavier ball first.
Okay.
Here in overtime. There's no clock. There's just a 25-second play clock. 40-second play clock.
I got to say, my blessing tonight has been playing phenomenal football. The kid's got a lot of talent. Raw, when it comes to the technique, but he loves to hustle and get to the ball, and that's a good thing to have in that team. So he's got to shine right now in this OT opportunity.
So Obi is split to the left. Rivera is the left half in the gun next to the quarterback, Jaden Brown. Rivera turns to the right. Keeps going, grabbed, forced out of bounds at about the 3. Boy, he's
Great
gotten a lot of yardage on second effort tonight.
He would make Larry Zonka proud with that run right there, Joe. Doesn't want to give up.
Ruslan Klahar with the stop. So it's 2nd and goal from the 3. Now they say he stepped out at the 4.
Second down, 4 yards to go for Xavier.
Once again, you can only get a touchdown. The only way you could get a first down is by a defensive penalty that would normally result. And NFA didn't like what they saw, so they take their only timeout of this overtime.
NFA timeout.
To prolong the agony.
To prolong it, yeah.
For the fans. And again, even though you think you've got a good field goal kicker, I would think you want a touchdown. You're going to go for a touchdown.
Score. You definitely want to score and not give them the opportunity to think they can do
to
that.
win with a touchdown.
Right. I mean, right now the offense looks like they have the momentum and they could punch it in. And if we see that happen, I think all night, credit to, the defense of the Falcons. They've been playing pretty tough, and in scenarios they've been playing have been doing well. So I have confidence with that defense holding NFA.
Ball down to our left. As you look at the defensive front, I'll tell you what, Bell Snow's no little kid either.
Those are big kids in the front, man. God bless them.
He looks like Twiggy next to Civil.
Right? You can't run in those A gaps with those 2 kids in there. Hopefully they'll continue that trend.
Wide side of the field is the left on 2nd and goal from the 4. Quarterback keeper goes right, doesn't get in.
Woof.
Brown
defense,
knocked down about the 2. And it sets up 3rd and goal.
Number 25,
I tell you, they had my blessing in the middle, and he attacked that A gap. If he got there clear, it would have been a problem.
My blessed Maddox Morris had a terrific night.
Yeah.
So it's 3rd down and goal from tied at 6. Crowd on its feet on the near sideline. I'd be very surprised if they put the ball up in the air here. Rivera hit, doesn't get there.
No way.
Gang tackled. And it's 4th and goal at the 2.
Boy, that's a great effort by that defense. Again, big 75, bro. He's unbelievable. That's Cameron's Bell Snow, and then my blessing right there to wrap it up and finish.
So it's 4th and goal from the 2, and Xavier's going to take a timeout.
Woo! What a game.
All the scoring done in the first half. Xavier scored on its first possession of the half. NFA scored on its last possession of the first half. Since then, it has been dominated by the defense.
Yeah.
So they talk things over.
This is what's great about football. This game here can tip the tides of how these players can take the next game and advance with either courage or that motivation that they're looking for. This has been a battle that, if the loser loses, it could make them or break them. But again, you have to teach that along the way that you guys are that close to getting that level of play that you want to be at. So
NFA's next game next Friday night in Norwich against Harding. Xavier's next game next Friday night at West Haven. So here we go. 4th down and goal from the 1.
Here we go, Joe.
I wouldn't be surprised to see Brown keep it here. So tough to run up the middle against this stout NFA defense. They're going to run a little bubble. And he's in for a touchdown. They gave it to Ali Obi.
Imagine that. Waited all day to get that chance to get it. Awesome. Little shuffle pass, right? We have a player down.
Second touchdown of the game for Obi.
Wow.
On a 1-yard run. That touchdown brought to you by Great Wolf Lodge.
Now here's the thing. The extra point is as critical right now as anything else.
Huge.
Because if the Wildcats score and they can get that extra point, then we're all for naught.
Players up and walking off. So they bring in Rios to try and kick the extra point.
He was warming up continuously down here on the sidelines as the plays was going. So
now they faked it the first time.
Yeah.
And threw a pass that was incomplete. I don't think we're going to see any fake here. Rios trying to make it a 7-point Xavier lead. Here in overtime. And he does.
It's good. All right.
So Seb Rios makes it a 7-point game, and NFA knows what they need. Here's the touchdown. Watch Obi.
So as you can see, the guard and tackle are pulling like a quick pitch play, and it bubbles right under it, and they sealed the downside and kicked out. It's great play.
Now, technically, for those of you scoring at home, and we certainly hope you are on a Friday night, that counts as a pass because he flipped it forward underhand.
Yep, the
so
shovel pass.
technically, it's the second touchdown pass of the game between Brown and Obi.
Just before the Halloween season, we get a game like this that's just telling us all the mysteries of how football can be played with a low-scoring game. And I'll tell you right now that tomorrow they'll feel it because that's been a hard-hitting game for both teams. But we're not done yet because the Wildcats right now have a chance. And you know if they give that ball to 22, he can make things happen. So
and there he is.
There he is running right now.
The aforementioned Xavier Sebastian.
The offensive line has found some kind of continuity at times, so we hopefully can click right now.
It's been Dwayne Smith for the entire second half.
This will be NFA possession.
First and goal at the 10.
First and 10 throw.
NFA needs 7 points to win it. Smith to throw. Lobs it. Corner of the end zone. Drop.
Oh, boy.
Went through the hands of Jaden Croxton.
Brings out an old word, Peter. Pumpernickel. Wow, that was... He could have caught that and things would have just gone away with this play. Oh, so close. And the pass on the first play.
I think it took Xavier, like us, by surprise.
By surprise.
So it's 2nd and 10, NFA. Xavier, the 13-6 lead in overtime. Pass over the middle. It's caught for a touchdown.
Nice play.
Caught by Tristan Clark.
That is a well-designed offensive play where they fake the play action, makes the linebackers jump in hard, and that slot receiver, a quick slant route, wide open.
So do you trust your kicking game here?
They're going to go for 2.
Yep, they're going to go for the win.
Wow, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. If there's anything about the excitement that's brought up to this whole game of consistency, it's the icing on the cake. They're going for 2.
Crowd in an uproar. Smith, the quarterback, rolls to the left, looking, tries to get to the outside, dives forward,
and
he's stopped.
Wow,
and Xavier wins.
Wow, what a game! The fans are going crazy. The student body is up in the air. Wow. Man, take your hats off to these two teams and the battle they showed us tonight. Unbelievable.
See the students. There's Dylan Schroff consoling.
Yeah, a lot of love.
Fave.
Brotherly love here on the side of Xavier, and at the same time, the consoling brotherly love up there for NFA. Nothing to be ashamed of as the kids put it out there. And for them to try to go for 2 points shows the character that they want to go out there and do the best to win the game.
I thought it was a great call.
Yeah.
And he almost got there.
He almost got there.
He got stuffed at about the half-yard line. So an exciting, after a pretty quiet second half.
You learned the lesson.
We had overtime. We had excitement in overtime. On 4th down, the shovel pass from Brown to Obi from 1 yard out. The Seb Rios extra point made it 13-6, and then second play, Smith 10 yards to Clark. They went for the win on a quarterback rollout, but Smith was stopped at the goal line, and that'll do it for a final score of 13-12. So Xavier gets its first win of the year, and NFA falls to 0-3 on the season. So for Peter Wappy, our Game Time CT crew, and my partner, the great one, Coach Pasta Sanabria.
Thank you, Joe.
I'm Jody Ambrosio for Casey O'Neill. Don't forget, next week, Casey and Pasta in Groton for Eastline and Fitch.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for watching on Game Day on theday.com. Have a good night, everybody.
Tonight's player of the game is brought to you by Roberto's Log Cabin Restaurant. Nestled in the woods of Lebanon, Connecticut, Roberto's Log Cabin is the cozy rustic home of comfort food. Family owned and operated, The Cabin, as it's fondly known, offers a diverse menu of hearty fare from burgers to the best ribs in the state. So come check out the Hallway of History in the newly renovated tavern, sample the diverse menu, get your craft beers and cocktails, all while watching your favorite sports on one of their 10 TVs. Stop in, see Rob and the crew, and tell them Game Day sent you. Player of the game by Roberto's Log Cabin Restaurant. Game Day is brought to you by Waterford Dental Health. Gear up for game day with a winning smile from Waterford Dental Health. Located in Waterford, we're your go-to for top-notch dental care in a relaxed, friendly setting. Whether you need a routine checkup, a cosmetic boost, or advanced treatment, our experienced team has you covered. Enjoy the game with confidence and comfort. Schedule your appointment today. Waterford Dental Health, where your smile is our top priority. Visit us online or call now to book. Pave the way for your students' financial success with a MySci account from Scient Federal Credit Union. Open a high-yield MySci savings account today and help support a positive financial future for your student. Visit scientfcu.org to learn more. Thank you to Phillies, Rich's Auto Body, Dairy Queen, NFA, Great Wolf Lodge, Hyde Park Landscape, all of our sponsors.